Alright, guys, are we ready? Are we ready for the first class trial of Trigger Happy Havoc? Let's see. So we might not have Ryan and Mortem for the beginning of this stream because Mortem's kind of busy and Ryan was doing something. Ryan's also busy. Ryan will be here later. I know that for sure. So don't worry. But that being said, class trials are all voice acted, so it's not that big a deal. Also, hey everyone. Guess who finally arrived in the mail? Oh my god, it's my bread boy. He's so big and cuddly. I was just hugging him all last night. He didn't even open his mouth. I wouldn't have thought to use Velcro for that because obviously his mouth would just open anytime you held him like this. Look, he's got his baguette tongue. Oh, he's gonna eat you, chat! Ah! Squishy. I should probably put him down. He's gonna be distracting me the whole time. And I need to be paying attention. There. The loaf has been placed. There we go. He'll be in between Steve and Phil. Alright. I should probably at Avery. To let him know. Sorry if my keyboard is loud. Because Makoto's inner dialogue, even though the class trials are voiced, Makoto's inner dialogue isn't voiced, so we... If Avery's also busy, I could also just be Makoto and speak and be his inner dialogue. But yeah. I know Ryan and Avery don't know much about this series, so I thought they'd like to help solve the mystery as well. We could wait a little bit to see if they'll arrive. I like the preparation music for right before the trial is about to begin. Slightly suspenseful. This is all your fault. This is all your fault. Yeah, it is. Don't look at me like that. It is your fault. Despair, Care Bear. It is your fault. If it were for you, Sayaka and Junko would still be... Oh, hello! That startled me.
I am here.
Hello!
I'm here, sorry.
That's okay. Ryan is not here. He'll be here a little bit later.
Okay.
And I think Mortem said he's also busy. But that's fine, because the class trials are voice acted. Except for Makoto's inner dialogue.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I figured, because the inner dialogue doesn't tend to get... voiced out loud. But yeah. If they're mostly voice acted, then yeah, that'll be fine.
Yeah. I just told Ryan I'll catch you up to speed when you get back on what happened.
Alright.
Hey, Steve! You're just in time.
I still don't know. Man, I feel like Mondo is an obvious red herring, and so is what's his name? The rich dude, the rich bitch. Yeah, I feel like those are red herrings. I don't know, but I still don't know. I don't know who I'm like 100% suspicious of yet.
That's a fair enough point. Truth bullets. Might as well go through these while we're waiting.
I do think it's one of the guides, though.
Evidence of a struggle. The replica sword. Oh yeah, because the gold flakes came off, so someone definitely
Yeah, the
used
gold.
that.
I feel like those gold flakes are gonna be pretty useful.
The switching rooms.
Which is why I'm surprised we didn't get to like investigate anybody else's rooms.
We got to go into Sayaka's room to get her the motive video. The toolkit.
Yeah, yeah.
Lint roller.
But I mean, we were also staying in Sayaka's room, so that like.
Oh yeah, the hair was also removed.
Yeah.
Sayaka's wrist. And her wrist was fractured. Jesus.
Which is why it's weird, because like the blood, if you look at it like upside down, it looks like it says Leon. But I don't feel like Leon would be the type to like clean up all the hair and like be so meticulous about the evidence he leaves behind. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. If it is Leon, then damn, that's like completely out of left field for me. I was not expecting him at all. But
yeah, the doorknob
man,
is also
I don't know. I don't know. I know you know who it is, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
I'm not gonna
I know
say...
you're like, I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying anything.
I'm not gonna say anything because that's the best way to get into this series is to not know anything ahead of time, because I unfortunately got into the series by watching like a video about like the lore, so I got spoiled on everything, and I was just like, oh my god, what is happening? What?
Yeah, no, I'm sure the lore goes crazy in this universe.
Oh yeah. What kind of silliness do we have planned for today? We are going to figure out who killed Sayaka. That's what we're going to do today. Oh yeah, the nameplates were switched.
We're gonna put on our detective school law hats.
Yes, we are going to. We're gonna Phoenix write this and be us our way through it. Tina's account, trash duty. Still confused on. The incinerator was turned on. The burnt shirt with the blood on it.
Yeah.
And
but again, that's hard because, like, I think as Makoto pointed out last week, like, almost everybody wears a collared shirt in this fucking universe.
Yeah, most of them do. So it's like, that is good evidence, but also at the same time, who doesn't wear a collared shirt? Hina doesn't. She just wears a sports jacket and a white shirt. Sakura, she's sleeveless because she's so ripped, she just ripped the shirt. Yeah,
so you definitely count out Sakura. I didn't think it was her to begin with. She doesn't feel like the type to murder unless she's like, I don't know, like she'd have to be really fucking desperate.
Bada, spoilers!
She does not seem like the type to murder
spoilers,
to me.
Bada! I didn't know it was you! Bada,
oh
the
my
chat
gosh,
saying,
Bada?
Bada, how could you? Why did you kill Sayaka?
I actually liked Sayaka. God
Why would
damn
you
it.
do that?
Like, out of all of them, you couldn't kill the rich asshole, like the Nepo baby.
You couldn't have killed Hifumi.
Come on, bro. You could have killed the Nepo baby. Instead, you killed like the girl that was actually nice. Man.
Skills.
We
did get one skill from hanging out with Sayaka one time. Increases damage to... That's another...
And I'm glad we did, so...
If we didn't, we wouldn't have gotten this! Ah, that's another thing. I'm gonna have to hang out with my favorite character... even though I already know who's gonna die next, but I'm trying not to hang out with the people who I know are going to die very soon to, like, throw you guys off. But at the same time, I'm like, I want to hang out with this one person before they die.
I know. And I'll try. I'm
Increases
probably
damage
not
to
gonna. I'm probably gonna get taken aback either way, no matter what you do.
when the statement is destroyed.
Because I just genuinely was not expecting Junko or Sayaka's death.
Junko's death was kind of out of left field because you do. I understand why they did that to like establish. Yeah, Monokuma is a threat, and you should be worried about him, and you should follow the rules. But at the same time, it's like it's you are not expecting.
I mean, he almost killed Mondo.
Yeah, he did, and he was like, "Oh, that was a warning. Next time someone does something like that, I'm gonna do something." And to be fair,
yeah, like you will die. Yep.
She stole your boyfriend. Oh no.
Wow.
Wow, Sayaka! I didn't expect that from you.
How could you?
How could you, Sayaka? Oh my god!
And she's just like dead in the shower.
It's like she can't even defend herself. Sayaka, how do you plead? All right, I guess you were right, Bada, because she plead the fifth. What's this class trial that Monokuma mentioned? Can Makoto sweep away the cloud of suspicion surrounding him, even with a dead body laying in his bathroom? And what about the Blackened, who's actually responsible for Sayaka's death? I'm a slow reader, but even I felt like that was taking a while, going a bit too slow. Okay, that was the only skill I could set, so I guess let's get into this.
Let's do it. Last trial.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results.
Wow.
If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one...
He sounds like a fucking, like, kid's storybook.
That's kind of the point.
Like, narrator.
That's kind of the point. The person they got to be his Japanese voice actor was like was the voice of a popular kids show character, I think, in Japan. So they definitely were going for like a Mickey Mouse-esque kind of voice for Monokuma.
Yeah, man, that.
Which definitely
it's just so funny to hear. Like this thing just killed a
high school girl and
like just murdered someone. And
oh
was like,
gosh, kids! I didn't expect that to happen.
Then
Mickey Mouse
I'll
just
punish
stabbed
everyone
someone
besides the Blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
Yeah, the stakes definitely aren't high. We're gonna be okay, right, guys?
Either way, we're gonna witness
an execution. And the killer really is one of us, right?
Yeah.
Of course.
Okay then, everyone, close your eyes, and whoever did it, raise your hand.
Taka, no!
Wow. Taka, I don't think that's gonna work.
Taka, honey, I love you.
We're not like 7, bro.
I don't think that's gonna work.
Don't be a goddamn idiot. Why the hell would they raise their hand?
Yeah.
Before we move on and start the trial, can I ask a question real quick?
No.
What's going on with those pictures?
That is messed up for him to do that.
I'd feel awful if they got left out just because they died. Friendship penetrates even death's barrier.
Man, screw you! This is just a reminder that they're not with us.
God, I can only imagine what this room is gonna look like towards the end of the game.
It's
Jesus.
just so many portraits with X's on them.
Yeah.
And what sucks is Makoto is next to Sayaka, and it's just the portrait, her portrait right next to him.
God, I can only imagine
As
how
if
awful
it's not
that
enough
would
of
feel.
a slap in the face with this whole situation that he's in.
Yeah.
Friendship penetrates.
Sir.
Oh my God.
Sir, I still have the ace gavel. Go to horny jail.
Yes. You need to beat the shit out of him with that. Like...
I will. Get the horny out of you.
Beat the horny out of him.
But what about that other empty seat? There were only 15 of us to begin with, so why are there 16 seats?
Oh, no reason. It's just that our little courtroom here can technically fit up to 16 people. Okay, that about does it for the preamble. Get ready to get started.
She's super perceptive, Celeste. She's like
she's
really
kinda
perceptive.
scary.
I like her.
First up
I
is the
hope
case
it wasn't
summary.
her.
Now, let the class trial begin.
Okay. It's about to begin. The debate to decide who we think the killer is. Anything I found, anything I noticed, I have to be ready to speak up about everything. What is this, like, rapid fire, like you just...
It's
I
kind
don't know.
of...
I guess I'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. Because this isn't just about me. Everyone's lives are on the line. Yeah, that's the most messed up part about it.
Yeah, no pressure or anything. But
yeah, if we fail to catch them, everybody dies.
If you guys get this wrong, all of you are gonna die. That's why I was like, Kyoko, why don't you tell us what you know? Everyone's gonna die if we get this wrong. But at the same time, I understand where she's coming from. Is like, if he's the most obvious suspect and he is having doubt, and if he's like, no, she's not dead, right? Is like, figuring it out yourself is going to help you get through this easier, so I understand, but at the same time, ma'am, you could be a little more honest, but whatever.
Yeah.
Your first non-stop debate is about to begin. Would you like to hear more? Absolutely. This is my first Danganronpa, after all.
Please.
As things progress during each trial, you will engage in a number of non-stop debates. I also kind of like how they're all facing each other. Because, yeah, the only people that matter in a courtroom is, like, the defense attorney and the prosecutor and the jury who are off to the left or something. So the prosecutor and the defense attorney are facing each other. But in this case, there is no prosecutor or defense attorney. All of us have to figure it out on our own.
Yeah, we're all
so
just
we're all facing
accusing
each other.
Yeah.
As things progress, non-stop debates. During these discussions, characters will speak one after another without pause. It's up to you to unearth any lies or contradictions buried within their statements. What this means is that you'll have to use your truth bullets to refute what they say. What happens if you off yourself? I guess we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, so this is basically like, instead of an actual trial, it's like a debate.
It
almost.
is, yes.
Like we're all just debating. Huh.
But
That's cool. I like that format for something like this.
To refute
cool.
what they say. Any relevant truth bullets you found during your investigation will be loaded into the truth cylinder. Use the left stick to aim and then fire with the triangle button. Okay. I am the queen of pushing the wrong button, so I gotta remember this. Pay close attention to each character's statements and use your truth bullets to blast the right ones. Note that if you run out of time, you will automatically fail, so please be careful. Jesus. If you press the options button during these arguments, you can review the controls. Okay. Well then, good luck and have fun. Okay. Okay, that's the only one I got. Alright.
Alright.
I assert that the one who was murdered was Miss Sayaka Maizono!
Good job, Taka!
Yeah, you know that part already.
I mean, yeah.
And the murder took place in Makoto's room.
In the bathroom.
So it seems most likely that the killer must have taken her by surprise while she was in the bathroom. She didn't even have a chance to resist.
Okay. I already forgot what the button was! God damn it! Okay.
Yeah. Huh?
Triangle.
Something's off about what was just said. Yeah, no, there was definitely a struggle. Because Sayaka hadn't resisted at all. There's no explanation for what happened to my room.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been as trashed if... For this first debate, we'd like to take a quick sidebar. If you're unable to spot and refute someone's lies or contradictions, their argument will repeat. Within the group statements, some words will appear in different color. Did you happen to notice? Yes. That represents a potential hole in a person's statement, a possible weak spot. These weak spots reveal important, though not always inaccurate, sections of a person's statement. Your truth bullets will only effective with these weak statements. Oh god, I'm getting tongue-tied. So when you see one come up, take aim and fire, but only if you're sure it's actually wrong. Also, you can fast forward an argument with a circle button. Okay.
I assert that the one who was murdered killed, and the murder took
In the bathroom. So it seems the killer must have taken her by surprise while she was in the bathroom.
Okay, triangle.
She didn't even have a chance to resist.
There we go.
No, that's wrong.
Objection!
Objection! You're supposed to shout objection, Makoto.
Just a second, Chihiro. Try to remember how my room looked.
Oh, I like that he's gentle with that.
With the way things had been damaged, I think we can definitely assume there was a struggle.
A struggle? Between who and who?
Between Sayaka and the killer, of course.
God damn it! I am becoming Makoto! I hate this! No! That's
now we
word
know
for word!
Now we know how Mordom feels. When he's like, God damn it, I'm turning into Phoenix! I'm turning into Pomni!
So you're saying Sayaka wasn't caught by surprise in the bathroom?
She must have been attacked in the main room first. Then, she ran to the bathroom to try and hide. The killer followed her in, and that's where they finished the job.
God, that's a terrifying situation. You have nowhere to run. Or you could try to run out the door, but the killer's probably right there in front of the door.
That much should have been obvious after taking one look at the scene. It shouldn't even need explaining.
Hey, listen, asshole. Chihiro's right next to you.
bitch.
Chihiro's going through a lot, okay?
Sorry.
No, you don't have to apologize to the asshole, sweetie.
She didn't investigate
what's next?
She was staying with Junko.
You were staying with Junko because you felt bad for her. You do not have to apologize, honey. It's okay. Byakuya's being a bitch, okay? Don't listen to him.
Next is the subject of the murder weapon.
Wow, this is...
So what was used to kill her?
There was some kind of sharp object thrust into her stomach. Without a doubt, that is the murder weapon.
So the killer used some random knife they had on him. How could anyone do something like that? That son of a bitch!
Son of a bitch! Okay.
Because the object was thrust into Sayaka's stomach. Did you not click the thing?
No, I did, but
it was almost certain.
I waited too long.
Oh yeah. Fair. It was almost certainly the knife that disappeared from a certain location.
Yeah, okay.
So what was used to kill?
There was some kind of without a doubt. That is the...
So the killer used some random
triangle,
knife they had on him.
Okay.
No, that's wrong.
There we go. Once again, pushing X instead of triangle.
No.
I'm gonna have to get used
I
to it.
do think it was a knife, but not just any knife. I'm almost positive it was a kitchen knife.
Wow.
Huh? A kitchen knife?
Well, yeah, you were standing on guard duty the whole time, so you wouldn't know it was
After
like
the murder,
kitchen knife.
we discovered that one of the knives from the kitchen was missing.
Unless you are the murderer, and you're...
Which means that knife
no,
must be
I
the
think
murder
Mondo
weapon.
is a massive red herring.
Oh, yeah. I guess that makes sense. You could sort of see the weapon sticking out of her stomach. And if you look real close, I could totally see that being a kitchen knife.
Okay, so the murder weapon was a kitchen knife, but where does that get us? I mean, we all know Makoto killed her, right?
Come on, dude.
Why are you so adamant that it's me?
Makoto's
bro?
room was the scene of the crime. What more
Well,
proof do
you're
you
just a jerk to
need?
me. I don't know what's your problem.
Hold on a second.
Let's draw our conclusions after we've presented our arguments. Otherwise, what's the point of the trial?
Well, we can talk all we want. It's not gonna change that conclusion.
There are quite a few people who are certain it's me.
I don't think that's true at
Yeah, there's.
all. I'm sure if we keep at it, something new will reveal itself.
Yeah, I think Kyoko knows. Like, she probably figured during the investigation that it wasn't me.
You really believe that?
Well, yeah, you were having an existential crisis in the gym the entire time, so you don't know much about what happened, Hero.
He's right. There's gotta be a breakthrough somewhere just waiting for us to find it. Oh yeah, poor Makoto, he's like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Cause he knows it's not him. And he knows that if everybody thinks it's him, then they're all gonna die.
Yeah.
So...
This is real bad.
I cannot imagine how that must feel, god.
I would be so stressed out.
I know, like, you have to convince everybody, just like, guys, no, guys, you're going to die.
I'd be
It's
having an
not
anxiety
me.
attack. I'd be like, this is not me, guys.
Yeah. Because I know damn well I'm not the killer.
There's a bit more to learn about the non-stop debates. Would you like to hear more? Absolutely. You can concentrate by holding the R1 button. Oh god, I feel like I'm gonna forget that.
Just aim?
While you're concentrating, time will slow down so you can pay closer attention to what everyone's saying. Okay, so that's the slow down button, essentially. On top of that, it'll steady your aim, making it easier to target potential weak spots. Concentrating like this consumes the focus gauge, and if this gauge empties, you can't concentrate. But the focus gauge will recover over time, so let your brain take a rest. No need to rush. Well then, good luck and have fun.
He's just got ADHD, guys, don't worry.
Yeah. Okay. Now we got Aoi's account.
Oh yeah.
So I guess there's no question that the kitchen knife was the murder weapon. But where does that get us?
Makoto must have taken it from the kitchen, right? He did it in secret when nobody was in the dining hall.
Oh, the triangle, goddammit!
Went and stabbed Sayaka with it.
So he really did do it.
I was pushing X again.
Yes, then it's been decided. We've reached the end.
No, we haven't! I just forgot the button was triangle again, because, like Makoto, I also have ADHD.
Some way to prove I didn't take that knife. The person who was in the dining hall that night should be able to do it.
Hopefully Hina will be able
So
to
I guess
tell
there's no
them
question
that
that
it
the
was me.
kitchen knife
It
was the
seemed
murder
like
weapon.
she forgot who she
But
saw.
where does that get
Hopefully
us?
Makoto must have taken it from the kitchen, right?
Oh, R1.
He did it in secret when nobody was in the...
I was pushing R2.
No, it's wrong. Okay, wait. Hold on. I didn't take the knife from the kitchen.
Next you're gonna say you're not the killer, right? Go ahead and say it all you want.
Well, what if I have a witness? What do you think, Hina?
Huh?
Come on, Hina.
Remember what you were telling me earlier?
Oh, I forgot about the flashbacks. It's not a visual novel without flashbacks.
Well, I went to... Oh, sorry.
That's
I can't.
okay.
Words. Well, I went to go get some tea from the kitchen last night, and all the knives were still there. But when I finished my tea and went back into the kitchen to wash my glass, one of the knives was gone. So, you're saying the knife disappeared while you were drinking your tea in the dining hall? Yeah.
Come on, Hina. You had to have
Just to
seen
be
who that
perfectly
was.
clear, the knife disappeared while you were in the dining hall, correct?
Unless we have unless one of us is a secret ninja, you had to have seen who that was. Come on, Hina.
Yeah, that's right.
And at any point while you were there, did you ever see me come into the dining hall?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, he definitely wasn't there.
The knife disappeared while Hina was in the dining hall, but I wasn't there the entire time. In other words, there's no way I could have taken the knife.
What's with the shaky portraits on the left?
Okay, then what about this?
Oh god, what are you gonna say?
What if the idiot swimmer girl and Makoto
Wow.
are in on it together and lying to protect each other?
Wow! Toko!
Idiot swimmer girl? Oh, and more importantly, why would I get involved in something like that?
What would you gain from being an accomplice in this situation? Where
Yeah. Like if Makoto gets away with it, she dies.
Also,
why would she agree to that?
if the situation is if you kill someone, you get to escape if you get away with it. What would you gain in being someone's accomplice? You can't escape. You can't escape with the person who killed them. And now if everyone gets it right, everyone knows that you helped a killer. And so the target's going to be on you in that situation.
Yeah, and not even to mention now everybody knows that if we get it wrong, we all die. So if Makoto was the killer and they got it wrong with her help, like, she would die. What would be the point in not double crossing him at this point?
Yeah.
Like,
and if you were
that
going
doesn't make any logical sense.
And why would you help someone
Like,
murder
bitch,
someone
please.
in this situation? Because if you help someone murder someone else and they get away with it, congratulations, they live, but you die.
Yeah, you die and you're just like, what? Fucking like, that's so stupid. That's dumb.
I don't know.
Speaking of which, I'd like to ask the bear, if there is an accomplice, do they also become blackened?
So
Oh, that's
you
a good
ask,
question.
and so I shall answer. Each murder is allowed to have an accomplice, but only the one who does the killing will get to graduate.
Okay, so I assumed correctly then.
Oh, no.
So in other words,
Yeah.
two people can work together, but one of them has no chance of profiting from it.
Then there's no way anyone would work together, right?
Well,
Yep.
unless
There we go. Yeah. See, like, that would be
because
it
he
would be
only
pointless
mentioned that
to have an
now.
accomplice.
So,
But what if they did work together and they just didn't know about the rule?
yeah.
Ugh, good grief! Enough already. No, okay? There are no accomplices in this case.
Spoilers, Monokuma!
Monokuma!
Did I say that out loud?
Yes, you did.
Anyway, I didn't go to the dining hall, and I didn't take the knife. So I'm not the killer.
Okay, so then, who did take the knife?
Hina seems the obvious candidate. After all, she just said she was in the dining hall.
Oh, I just noticed Celeste has one of those little finger claw thingies. That little ring that has like a little claw on it. I don't know what those are called. I just call them finger claws.
I've used those in a costume before.
Oh yeah, you did. I'm
Yeah,
sure
I think
they
I
have
left them at your house.
I'm sure they have an actual name to them other than finger claw, but
No way! I swear it wasn't me!
Sure, but can you or anyone else
I don't think it was
prove that?
Hina.
I can.
Oh?
That's right!
Ooh, go Sakura!
Sakura was with me the entire time I was drinking my tea.
Why didn't you mention this when we... Okay, I guess we didn't ask if she was with anyone, so never mind.
I hate to have to ask, but just to be sure, Sakura's...
Dude.
Me.
Right.
Did you seriously forget who Sakura was?
But then, couldn't either
my
one of
God.
them have grabbed the knife?
Actually, no. Because, well...
Just spit it out already.
I stayed in Hina's room last night.
Oh.
I got so scared thanks to those creepy videos.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't really thinking. I just asked her to stay over.
I said, are you two, you know... are you two, as they say, lesbians?
Which means we have airtight alibis.
Oh my god, I'm lightheaded, oh my god.
You stayed over? Doesn't that violate one of the school regulations?
We're not allowed to sleep anywhere but the dorms, but it doesn't say we have to stay in our assigned room.
I mean, if it did violate one of the rules, I'm sure we would have heard about it by now. Monokuma would have been like, oh, I killed Hina and Sakura because they were staying in the same room or something like that.
Yeah.
So, I don't think that's a problem.
It is a problem! A boy and a girl spending the night together? It's unwholesome!
Taka!
But I'm a girl.
Taka!
You are? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry!
Oh, honey! Oh, honey! Oh, honey! Oh, honey!
Taka, honey, they're lesbians.
But to be fair, I feel bad because I also thought Sakura was a guy at first. When I first saw her design, I did not see the skirt. And then I was like, oh wait, I am so sorry. Oh god. So bad.
For Sakura.
I feel so bad for Sakura. And the talk is, oh, I am so sorry.
But if it wasn't either of you, then what other possibility is there?
Actually, there is one other possibility. Right, Hina?
Oh, yeah, that's true. One other person did come to the dining hall while we were there.
Did either of you see what they looked like?
Why didn't you say so in the first place?
Byakuya, sit down.
Well,
He gets such a...
they're not here anymore.
Oh, Junko. Yeah. Someone's not here? Are you talking about...
Sayaka. She's the one who came to the dining hall.
Oh.
And then later, she
Did
wound up
she take the knife? Oh.
Sayaka?
Sayaka? Okay, so the person who took the knife from the kitchen was...
It was Monokuma, clearly!
Had to be... It was Monokuma!
No, it was Hina, she's lying, everyone. No, it's Sayaka.
Yeah, no, it had to be Sayaka.
Brain blast!
Sayaka is the one who took the knife?
Why did that kind of look... Why did that kind of look like he's had a brain
blast?
That's the only possibility.
Cow.
Go downstairs.
Dog.
Speaking of, I'm mutuals with the person on TikTok who cosplays as Hina, and they were doing one of those tell me who you're cosplaying as, wrong answers only. And they said, who are you cosplaying? And they said Jimmy Neutron. And ever since they said that, I cannot look at Hina's hair and not think of Jimmy Neutron. Why is your ponytail like that, Hina?
And thinking back on it, she was acting kind of unusual. When she came into the dining hall, she didn't even look at us. She just went straight to the kitchen. As she left, she said she just wanted a drink of water. But most likely...
And the person who took the knife was the victim herself.
I'm sure she just took it for self-defense.
So you're saying the knife she took was then taken from her, and she was killed with it? In that case, you may not have taken the knife, but you still could have killed her.
Byakuya, sir.
Then why would he work so hard to get to that conclusion, though? If he knew that's what happened, why would he?
do it after all.
Oh my god, bitch.
No,
I don't like her.
you're
I don't think
wrong.
she did it, but I don't like her. Why is he shaking?
I don't know why the portraits shake, but I guess it's to signify that they're in
that's how you
distress or something.
twist the argument and send us all off in the wrong direction?
Bold of you to say that, Hifumi, because if you think I'm the killer, right now you're standing next to a killer. It's like,
You possess a most terrifying talent.
Why would he have... Oh my god. Bro, you guys aren't logicking. The logic isn't logicking. I get it, you're all high schoolers, but please, use your brains. Why would he have worked so hard to, like, call out the... If he knew Sayaka was the one who took the knife, why would he be trying so hard to find who took the knife? Because that would still make him look guilty. You guys are stupid. Okay. Anyway. Anyway, I'm fine.
It's okay. This is fine.
Damn, if I don't do something, they're gonna blame me for the murder.
I hate Monokuma. Yeah, he's not a very likable bear. Not very likable.
Don't they understand? If they convict me, everyone's gonna die.
Hold on. It's still too early to decide conclusively that Makoto is the killer, wouldn't you say? Because you see, if the room did belong to the killer, then they did something most bewildering. And until we unravel that little mystery, you simply can't declare that he's the killer.
Bewildering?
I am...
What the hell are you talking about?
I'm 100% convinced that Kyoko is on our side.
Something was missing from
just
the
the
scene
conversation
of the crime
she
that by
had with
all
us.
rights should have been there. You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
Oh god. Not the Hangman's Gambit. So
What does this mean?
there are little mini games in the class trials. One of them is Hangman's Gambit.
Boy.
And I have heard horror stories about this mini game in particular.
Oh, great. So it's gonna be all happy smiles and fun times, I'm guessing?
Sunshine and rainbows. First Hangman's
Sunshine and
Gambit.
rainbows,
Would you
yay.
like to hear more? Yes. As things advance further in a class trial, the Hangman's Gambit will eventually take place. The point of this is to reveal an important phrase related to the incident in question. You'll have to deduce the phrase from the letters flying around, and the letters are already known. This is why I wanted to get this game as a console and not Steam. So I knew I couldn't do these mini games with a keyboard and mouse.
So it's like, it's just
Unlike
Hangman,
Ace Attorney,
like,
where all I have to do is just point and click, this thing I actually have to aim with it, and stuff like that. So yeah.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
have
if you're not used to keyboard and mouse, then yeah.
flying around, letters are already known. Complete the phrase by shooting down the flying letters in the right order. Use the left stick to aim and the triangle button to shoot the desired right. If you shoot down the wrong letters, you'll suffer damage to your influence gauge. If this gauge reaches 0 or you run out of time, you fail. Well then, good luck and have fun. Okay.
Something that should have been at the scene, but wasn't. That must be the crucial point.
Can you give me a hint, Kyoko? Can you throw me a bone, something?
Like, please, bro.
If you are on my side, can you give me just a little hint, please? Pretty please?
Yeah, please. If we can just figure out what that something is.
Pretty please with a cherry on top? Oh boy, Hangman's Gambit, whoa. Oh, okay. This is what she's talking about. Oh, fudge, hair. That's why she's
Hair.
so
Now I
fixated on the
understand.
floor.
That's right. There wasn't a single hair on the floor.
So, the culprit removed some evidence?
Alright, which one of you is a clean freak?
Yes. And if I were the culprit, why would I need to get rid of all the hair in my own room?
Fair point, fair point.
It wouldn't be unusual at all to find my hair at the crime scene if the crime scene is in my room.
The reason all the hair was gone was to remove any trace that Sayaka had ever been there.
Then why didn't he move the
So
body?
you're saying that it was to remove Sayaka's hair?
That makes sense, does it not?
No.
Then why wouldn't he
If
move
that
the
were
body?
the case, they would have had to do something about the body itself, not just her hair.
Ha ha ha! Yes, very true, very true.
Okay, then why wasn't there any hair on the ground?
The killer got rid of it all, of course, to remove any trace that they had ever been there.
Wait, then that means...
Precisely. It's simply beyond reason to believe that the room's owner and the killer are one and the same.
What do you think of that, Toko?
She figured that out the second she realized, like, when we had that conversation in our bedroom. I could tell in her dialogue. She was like, "Oh,
she was
so
like,
it isn't
I examined the floor. I examined every little inch of the floor, not a single hair." It's like you looked at
like,
my floor.
yes, the floor is
You looked
made
at my
of
floor that closely?
Yeah.
Then Makoto isn't the culprit?
Are you sure we can decide something so important based solely on the absence of some hair?
No.
Yeah.
There are other reasons that prove why Makoto couldn't have done it.
I would like to hear these reasons.
Do you remember anything remarkable about the bathroom at the scene? Sayaka was attacked in the main room first, then fled into the bathroom,
Oh,
right?
I think I know where
Oh
what
yeah,
she's
she's
getting
gonna
at
bring
here.
up the door.
Yeah,
she's
because
bringing up the broken door.
it's Makoto's room, so he would know. He knows how to get in there.
There would
So
be
why
no
would he
reason for him to
like
break the fucking door down.
get like unscrew the doorknob in order to get in?
Yeah, then they ran after her, got into the bathroom, and stabbed her.
If you ever played Monster Prom, Asahina reminds me of the Ghost Girl. I haven't. I'll have to look. I'll have to look into Monster Prom to see what character you're talking about.
And how did the killer get into the bathroom? Did they have any trouble with it?
What do you mean?
It's fairly certain that the killer had some trouble getting into the bathroom. There was clear evidence left behind. Do you remember, Makoto?
You could present the evidence yourself too, you know, whatever.
Yeah, like why do you keep going to me, bro? The killer struggled to get into the bathroom, and the evidence that proves that is the object that the killer broke. The door handle. Yep.
I got it!
Yeah!
Evidence that the killer had trouble getting into the bathroom. You're talking about the doorknob, right?
Huh? The doorknob? What doorknob?
Hero, every door has a doorknob. Do you
Oh my
not know
god,
this?
bro.
Bro.
Come on.
Dude, Hero!
The doorknob for my bathroom.
Hero.
It was completely broken.
What doorknob? Oh, the bathroom door has a
See
doorknob?
how the
I
top
didn't
part
know.
was unscrewed? And the doorknob's about ready to fall off?
Oh yeah, true. But what does it mean?
In trying to bypass the lock, they ended up nearly removing the entire doorknob. This is another most bewildering act for the room's owner. It proves Makoto is beyond suspicion.
So what? You're saying he wouldn't break the door in his own room? But if the only choice you have is to break it, you break it. There's nothing bewildering about it.
Okay, Leon, you're
You
starting to
still
look
don't
really
see?
suspicious.
Okay, then. Let's take another look at how the incident unfolded. Hopefully that will help you understand.
Kyoko said it was a bewildering act. I almost didn't notice it at first. But is that the key point here?
There's a bit more to learn about non-stop debates. Would you like that? Sure, okay. From here on out, the number of weak spots will start going up. No matter how many weak spots, there's essentially only one lie or contradiction in that debate. What I'm trying to say is, not all weak spots you see are necessarily false. Use a truth bullet on the wrong one, and not only will you fail to refute what they said, but you'll also lower your trust with everyone, and your influence gauge will take damage. So the influence gauge is like the health bar, okay. This is important, because if your influence gauge reaches 0, you fail. You'll have to rely on your own logic to determine which weak spots are actually lies or contradictions. Well then, good luck and have fun! Okay.
Oh boy.
Remember, Lauren, triangle. It's triangle, not X. Okay, still only one bullet.
The
Back
door
in the
frame is our truth bullet.
The incident took place in Makoto's room. Sayaka was first attacked in the main room. She then fled into the bathroom.
Then the killer ran after her. And they got into the bathroom.
At that point, the killer had to try and bust down the door. Because Sayaka had locked it.
Oh.
Oh, wait, oh, fudge.
I think that might be it.
That's probably it.
And to finish the job, they
Oh, right, because Monokuma was a creep and didn't give the boys locks on
wasn't
their
it,
doors.
Makoto? Admit it. We already know the answer.
Shut up, Togo. Oh, God.
It's not because the door was locked. No, there's a different reason entirely.
Okay.
The incident took place in Makoto's...
Sayaka was first, she then fled into the...
Then the killer ran, and they got into the back.
At that point, the killer had to try and bust down the door, because Sayaka had locked it.
Oh!
No, that's wrong!
I object!
The reason my bathroom didn't open wasn't because it was locked. After all, the girls' rooms are the only ones with locking bathrooms, right?
Yes, now that you mention it, that is true.
Then why didn't your bathroom door open?
Because it was stuck.
Huh? What are you talking about?
My bathroom door
Yeah,
doesn't
Leon,
fit in the frame quite right. Monokuma over there can testify to that.
Yup, true as true can be.
Oh, your theme song kicked in, I see.
But you know, you're supposed to be the ultimate lucky student, right? But to have such a cruddy door... That's not lucky at all!
Sir, nothing that has happened to him has been lucky. Do you think this is a joke? Well, of course he does. What am I saying?
So the reason the door didn't open was just because it was stuck. But the killer didn't know that and assumed it was locked. So they tore apart the doorknob to get in.
Okay, but then why would the killer even think the door was locked in the first place? Everyone should have known you can't lock any of the boys' bathrooms.
The killer could easily make that mistake, thanks to one important detail about the scene of the crime.
The killer was convinced the bathroom door was locked. Because of the thing, the portrait on the door.
Yeah, they were switched.
So they didn't know the door actually couldn't be locked.
In other words, the important detail is about the scene of the crime that they didn't know was it took place in...
That it took place in his room.
Yeah.
I got it!
I was just
The killer
confused by
must
the
not
wording.
have realized that it was my room.
What? Are you saying the culprit didn't even know where he was?
Oh my god.
That's inconceivable!
Inconceivable! Is that a Princess Bride reference? It can't be, can it?
Inconceivable!
Inconceivable!
And
A
yet,
Princess Bride
he's
reference
absolutely
in
right.
my anime game?
Exactly. I don't know.
Say what?
Say what?
Well, to be more specific, what the killer didn't know was that Makoto and Sayaka had switched rooms. which is what led to the misunderstanding about the bathroom. If Sayaka had been in her own room, then...
Then there would have been a lock on the door, and they would have had to break through!
So they had no idea how unnecessary their actions were.
Ultimately, we can't know if it came open by force or simply by accident. But the killer must have been considerably confused, with no idea how they actually got the door opened.
Regardless, it was a pointless act. Wasting time trying to break down a door that wasn't locked is...
Definitely something I wouldn't do, since I would have known exactly why it wasn't opening, right?
Do we need any more proof as to why it's not this short king?
That is a definite possibility.
You definitely were hoping that it was Makoto, weren't you? God damn it.
So the killer would have to be someone who didn't know they'd switched rooms?
Then Makoto couldn't have done it.
You feel stupid now, Toko? Poor Makoto.
Yeah. That's what I've been trying to tell you.
You could have said that out loud, honey. It's like...
Okay, then who did do it?
Jeez, okay, he's pissed.
I'm sorry, but I give up! Quit without saving!
Sir...
Why do you suddenly sound so different?
What happens if we can't decide on who we think did it?
Sir, I know you are in a video game, but you aren't aware of that. He's just being a geek.
Well, why don't we just vote right now? Majority rules!
No, that is a horrible idea, Taka!
No, Taka, that's a terrible idea!
Our
Taka,
lives are on the line! We
I'm
can't
begging
do
you, use your brain!
Majority rules? Do you really think that's a good idea?
Yeah, Leon's
Yeah,
like,
our necks are on the line here. Someone seriously needs to do something. For serious.
Seriously, bruh, someone needs to do
serious,
something.
bruh.
I can't do it. I didn't investigate crap. I was having a moment, bruh.
Existential crisis, man.
Man, someone's gotta do something, dude.
Does no one have any
know,
other
dude.
thoughts or questions? It does not matter how trivial they may seem.
Oh, as a matter of fact, I do have one question.
What is it?
Oh, you...
What's your problem with Hina?
You don't gotta sound so disappointed.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
fine,
exactly.
It's fine. Just ask your question.
Oh yeah. Okay, so, well, I was just wondering, how did the culprit get into Makoto's room in the first place?
Yeah, that's a good point.
How did the killer get inside?
Maybe Sayaka just dropped the key somewhere and the culprit picked it up. That's possible, right?
I don't
But it
think
would have
so.
had...
That seems way too convenient.
Yeah, and it would have had, what's his name? Fucking Makoto's, it would have had Makoto's name on it, so they wouldn't have, like, known that
Then
it was to
maybe someone
the room
picked
that
the
said
lock?
Sayaka.
That's also a possibility.
Negative!
Probably.
If you remember, Monokuma made it quite clear that the locks are all unpickable.
Oh, right.
Fine. How about this? The killer got in the easy way. They could have knocked and said they wanted to talk or something, and Miss Maizono just let him in.
No,
No.
that can't be it either.
Yeah.
Oh, trying to argue against me? Sounds like someone doesn't know his place.
He definitely feels
Wow.
like this is a
Bitch.
video game. Sir, there's people that are dying.
Yeah, Hifumi, people are dying.
There's people that are dying, and I have her death portrait right next to me.
Hello? Why exactly can't that be it?
Because she asked me to do something in particular. Because of how frightened she was. That's the answer right there.
Profile, evidence, struggle,
No way Sayaka would let someone in because...
She
Switching
wanted
room?
to switch rooms in the...
I think... Yeah.
Because Sayaka was already scared, remember? That's why she asked me to switch rooms in the first place.
Oh, Mortem's not here.
I can take
Do you want a
Sayaka
voice?
again.
Okay. The same goes for you, Sayaka. No matter who it is, don't open your door for anyone.
Even if I'm sure it's you, I absolutely won't open it. Otherwise, what's the point of even switching?
Knowing what she'd been through, I just can't believe she would have opened the door for anyone.
What if her being scared was a lie?
Huh? What the hell is that supposed to mean? Why would she lie about something like that?
Oh, he's angry. He's angry.
I know you don't want to consider it, but look at this and tell me. Can you still deny the possibility?
Come see me in my room, check the nameplate to make sure you don't get the wrong room, okay, Sayaka?
There's something I want to talk to you about, just us two, in 5 minutes. Come see me in my room.
Why did you keep this from us? Why did you keep this from us until now? Did you just want to seem like a big shot and to go like, I'm gonna hold on to this important piece of evidence until it's my time to shine in the court?
Check the nameplates, make sure you don't get the wrong room, okay?
I found a notepad during my search, and I shaded in the top sheet with a pencil. And these are the words that appeared.
Oh man! I've totally seen people do that on detective shows. When you write, it can leave an imprint. Sketch over the next sheet of paper, and you can see the words.
See, this is where my OCD brain would go. I would remember. See, because ADHD sucks, you don't remember important details, but unimportant details like this is what you remember. So because I have OCD, if I were to do this, I would rip the sheet underneath the sheet I just wrote on, too, just to make sure.
When I saw that, I was like, holy crap! I better make sure I rip the paper out before I use it from now on.
I guess maybe me and Hina are on the same wavelength. I don't know.
It's a pretty old-fashioned technique, but even the classics can be surprisingly useful sometimes. Oh, and I should also mention, I found the notepad on the desk in Makoto's room.
Huh?
Which means only someone who had been in Makoto's room before the incident could have written it.
We need to add that as a sound in our little Discord.
I have that as a soundboard. Hold on, I'll.
Yes.
I just can't.
And
bring up my
anytime
soundboard,
anytime a character goes, oh.
Just, oh. We gotta like make that as a part of the soundboard in this server though, so that you guys also.
Then either it was Makoto who lived there, or Sayaka who switched rooms for a single night.
So, Makoto, did you write this?
No, I didn't. But...
Oh,
of course you didn't. Because the note also bears a perfectly legible signature. Sayaka's signature.
Oh man. Then that note. Oh, poor dude. Sayaka wrote it?
But why? Why would she write that?
The note was likely her way of getting in touch with a certain someone. She must have slid it under their door to let them know she wanted to meet with them in secret.
If you got an invitation like that from the ultimate pop sensation...
Oh my god.
Sir!
Hifumi,
I'm only into 2D, so it wouldn't have any effect on me.
He says these really creepy, perverted things, and then he'll go, but I'm into 2D, not 3D. And I'm like, are you a pervert or are you not a pervert?
Like, pick a lane.
But can we be sure anyone even got this note? And honestly, even if they did, I do not think they are at all involved in what happened.
Huh? What makes you say that?
Would you like to hear what I have to say? Very well then. Pay attention.
Oh boy, we're in another one. Remember triangle, Lauren. Okay.
Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, correct? But in the note, the place they were asked to come to, it specifically says, my room.
So would that be
I see. So if someone read that note, then they would have gone to Sayaka's room.
I think that
exactly.
was
the room that Makoto was staying in. So
wait,
in
so
other
which
words,
one am I supposed to
even
hit
if
then?
someone did read the note and did what it said, they would not have any connection to what happened.
I'll try the second
Oh,
one
it
first.
certainly would seem that way.
I'll try the second one first, and then
The killer went to my room instead of Sayaka's. And the reason for that is... it has to be because of what got switched between mine and Sayaka's room.
Okay.
Sayaka
Yeah, it
and
might be the one.
Makoto switched rooms, but in the note, it specifically says, my room.
I see. So then they would have gone to Sayaka's room.
Exactly.
The room that
Nope, that's it.
Makoto
Was staying in.
Okay, it was the second one.
Yeah,
No, that's wrong!
that one.
The nameplates on Mai and Sayaka's rooms got switched.
They got switched?
That's right. The nameplates got switched, just like the rooms themselves.
Did none of you do any investigating?
As a result, the nameplate on Sayaka's room actually had Makoto's name.
But I guess that would be an easy to miss thing. If it's like, if everyone's saying, oh, she was killed in Makoto's room, and you'd be like, oh, it's Makoto's room, and you wouldn't think to look at the nameplate, I guess.
And the nameplate on Makoto's room had Sayaka's.
So what you're saying is, the room Sayaka was staying in was actually marked as her room.
Did you not... Okay, I expect this from
Yeah, I
other
thought we
characters,
established
but
this
not
was
you.
the door locking thing.
Then, if someone did do what the note said, they would end up at Makoto's room where Sayaka was.
Plus, their rooms are right next to each other, so switching the nameplates would be no problem. And the one who switched the names was... well, of course it
Sayaka,
wasn't
it had
you,
to be.
right, Makoto?
Right?
Oh, honey.
Okay, then who did it?
There's only one person who could have switched the nameplates. The other person who knew we had switched rooms. The only other person who knew we had switched rooms.
I got it!
Yeah.
Me and Sayaka were the only ones who ever knew about us switching rooms. So the only other person besides me who would even know to switch the nameplates was Sayaka.
You can also infer as much from her note.
Mm-hmm.
There's something I want to talk to you about, just us two. In 5 minutes, come see me in my room.
She has nice handwriting. Sorry, I was just...
Oh no, wait. Was Sayaka gonna kill someone? I'm starting to think that's what happened.
The brain cells, they're working.
Yeah, no, I'm starting to think Sayaka set this all up so that she could kill someone to get out and like warn everybody what's happening. I don't, because she didn't know about the everybody dies thing.
Yeah.
She specifically tells the reader to check the nameplate. She would only have written that if she knew the nameplates had been switched.
But why would she switch them in the first place?
She wanted someone to come to the room she was in, and also hide the fact that it was Makoto's room.
What?
Yeah,
Inviting someone to
I think
your
he's starting to
room,
realize
but
too.
not telling them you'd switched rooms.
Why would anyone do that?
To understand that, we first need to understand what happened after she invited the person into the room. That's where the answer lies.
What happened then?
Yeah, I
was
think Kyoko figured that out a while ago.
Whoever she invited over came in and attacked her. We figured it out! We know who did it! Whoever she invited over is the culprit!
Taka!
He's trying his best.
He's trying.
He's trying his best.
I think
But we
like
still don't know who
100%
it is,
it's
you
not him at
goddamn
this
idiot.
point.
He's the embodiment of he's trying his best. He's a good boy.
Sayaka fought with her killer there in the room, yes? Perhaps the answer to our previous question lies in that initial struggle.
Yes, I think you're right.
Then... we just have to figure out what happened during the fight, right?
That reminds me. There was a replica sword at the murder scene. Was that perhaps used during the fight?
Oh yeah. What's the deal with that sword?
Most likely.
Sayaka suggested I should hold on to it. I thought it might come in handy if I had to defend myself. It seems pretty likely that the killer used it to break Sayaka's right wrist.
Oh, so it is just a fake sword. Okay.
How the hell
Or
could you
maybe-
possibly know that's what broke her wrist?
Leon, bro, you're saying a lot of shit, bro. I don't want to think of you. I'm not 100% sold yet, but bro. Bro.
Come on,
Shut
dude.
your mouth. The reason I know Sayaka's wrist was broken with the fake sword is because when you look at her wrist, there's no doubt.
The gold glitter.
Yeah, the gold
got it!
plate.
All you have to do is take a good look at her broken wrist, and it should become pretty clear. Right there where her wrist is all swollen. There's something glittery there. See?
Is that gold?
Are they showing just like pictures of the crime scene or something?
Probably a picture.
It sure is.
Yeah.
Specifically, the gold coating from the replica sword. You barely have to touch that stuff, and it'll stick right to you. And there's some on her wrist because...
I got it! Because she got hit with the sword! Right there on her wrist!
Good job, Taka. You figured it out.
Yes, Taka. There you go.
Good boy. Give you head pats.
Good job, Taka.
I see. And so the truth draws ever closer.
Alright, then it's about time to solve this mystery.
Also, hi, Ryan.
Hi.
Ryan's back! Yay! All right.
Most
so,
of this is voice acted, so you haven't need to talk for your characters.
So to
don't worry.
recap,
thank God.
what we went through, we basically said stuff that confirmed that Makoto wasn't the one who killed Sayaka because one, why would he need to break down his own door in order to get to her to kill her, and two, why would he need to use the lint roller to pick up all of his hair if he was the one who stayed in the room, and other stuff like that.
Like, it wouldn't be... Getting rid of hair would be pointless because it's your room. Of course your hair's gonna be in your own room.
Then Kyoko, who was concealing a piece of evidence for who knows why, and then all of a sudden revealed it now, was a note that Sayaka wrote that said, "Come meet me in my room, make sure to check the nameplate." So she asked someone to come meet her in the room that she was staying in with in Makoto's room that she was staying in. And we're trying to figure out stuff like that. Did I forget
These
anything?
guys need to watch our Ace Attorney playthrough. Holy crap.
Did I forget to mention anything? I'm
Yeah.
trying to think. Oh, Bada said
I
hello,
mean,
Dark
well,
Lord.
now we're getting into, we think, I mean, at least from what's coming up in this trial, I think Sayaka was planning to kill someone and tricked Makoto into switching rooms.
It's because
like with the panic thing, because of the note we found out from Kyoko that she left a note for someone
and Hina
who was likely the
mentioned,
person that killed her.
and Hina mentioned the person she saw in the dining room was Sayaka. So Sayaka
Yeah,
that's
was the
actually
one to
pretty
take the
interesting.
knife.
Yeah. Yeah, Sayaka took the knife and... What
Damn.
happened in my room? And what led to Sayaka's death? That's what we need to make clear. Yeah, all I've been doing is voicing his thoughts, and then Lauren's been voicing the tutorials.
Yeah,
Damn.
there have been some flashbacks, but none of the characters you voice have been in any of the flashbacks.
Cool.
Yeah.
Are you getting used to non-stop debates? Kinda? Starting with the next debate. Oh, here we go. I'll start loading multiple truth bullets into your truth cylinder. But just like with weak spots, only one of those bullets can actually refute the proper statement. In other words, from here on out, you'll have to combine the right truth bullets with the right weak spots to refute each statement. If you come up with the wrong combination, you'll take damage to your influence gauge. Also, Monokuma has decided to be a bitch and put the dead people's portraits with X's on them. Because he's like,
Yeah.
I feel bad if they got left out. No,
Well,
screw
he's
you.
a little bitch,
Screw
alright?
you. This is just a reminder that
not
they're
new.
no longer here with us.
The fact that he's a little bitch is not new.
Combination you'll take with your influence gauge. You can press the L1 button to rotate. Okay, L1 to rotate to choose the bullet to fire. Press and release the L1 button to cylinder to cycle through each bullet. Okay. Or you can hold down the L1 button and use the left stick to select a specific bullet. By the way, if the logic difficulty is set to kind, fewer bullets will be loaded. I don't think I set it to kind. For the purposes of this time, the logic difficulty will be set to What? Why?
Oh, wasn't this the kindest bullet you've
Well
ever
then,
met?
good luck and have fun. Why? Why would you change the difficulty on me? If this is the tutorial! Oh, Jesus.
It's
okay.
a challenging tutorial.
So I'm just gonna go through their statements and...
When the
first-
fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack.
And that's what broke Miss Mizono's wrist.
So she tried to fight back. She grabbed the kitchen knife she had hidden away.
But then the culprit took that from her too.
And they killed her with it.
And that's exactly what happened.
You say that as if you investigated the crime scene, dude. Oh, shoot. I want to check so Makoto took this from the gym entryway and put it in his room. The sheath was found
I think
some distance from the
yeah, I
sword
think the
itself.
sheath is what broke her wrist, not the sword itself, because like it would have.
With the sharp object.
Yeah, wouldn't it have like cut it off clean?
Yeah.
I think that's how swords work, you know.
Oh shoot! I went all the way down. I didn't. Stop! Makoto took this from the gym entryway to put it in his room. The sword was found out of its sheath on the floor in the middle of the room. The sword handle was missing some gold coating and was part of the blade. So what would I use to disprove? Trying to think.
If the person with the sword really did attack first.
Okay, so it's the sheath that we use.
Then there's no explanation for a certain part of how the sword got damaged.
Oh god
Sorry,
damn
I
it,
didn't realize
Mordum.
that he was talking.
Look at what Mordum said in the chat. Monokuma gets a bit quirky at night. Also has flashing lights that play his tune totally.
Did I already say that, or did I?
Yeah, you did.
When the fighting broke out,
Yes.
the culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack.
Nope, triangle. Forgot.
No, that's wrong.
I keep forgetting it's triangle and not X.
Actually, no. I don't think the fight started with the sword.
Why not?
You didn't do any investigating, Hero. Don't act like you
Wait,
know
hold
what
on, hold on.
Because the sword sheath had been scratched. See? There's a gash in it.
There it is!
Someone cut into it with something sharp.
Yeah, okay.
Something sharp? You mean like the kitchen knife? That was the only sharp thing found at the scene.
Stop jumping ahead. Slow down and explain it so I get what the hell's going on.
Okay, okay, so
What?
here's what happened, Mondo. First, she invited someone over. Then, something happened. Then...
If the sword was used first, there wouldn't be any explanation for the scratch on the sheath. If you were going to attack with the sword, you'd take it out of the sheath first, right?
That's true. With the sheath on, it'd be heavy and bulky and useless as shit.
Okay, so how did the sheath get damaged?
If they got attacked with the kitchen knife, maybe they grabbed the sword as a defensive impulse. In that situation, there wouldn't be any time to actually unsheath the sword.
So you're saying the sword was initially used to defend against an attack from the knife?
Which means whoever had the kitchen knife was the one who attacked first.
I think I get it. So here's how it all played out.
Okay, what
The culprit came in, found the
All right,
kitchen knife
Taka.
hidden there somewhere. Then they took the knife and attacked Sayaka before she knew what was happening. So she grabbed the sword to
No.
defend herself. But then the culprit took that
Then
from
why
her
would
too.
she have... Taka,
I also-
honey, brain, let's use our brain.
I also
He was
kinda-
injured by the sword. Why would she be the one attacking with the sword if she got injured by it?
I also kind of feel bad for him. He's standing next to two people who are already dead. So it's just, no matter where he looks, it's just a reminder of that there's people dying and I can't do anything about it.
Then, after they broke her wrist with the sword, they took the knife and finished it.
Sorry, but I don't think Sayaka used the sword to defend herself.
What? How the hell can you not think that?
Because she never held the sword at all. There's a certain part of her body that makes this clear.
The wrist. Probably the part of her body that shows she never used the sword. If you wanted to use the sword, which part of your body would you have to touch it? Her palms,
Her palms.
I guess.
And only her wrist had the glitter on it.
I got it! You're talking about her palms, right? The palms of her hands were perfectly clean, so I don't think she ever picked up the sword.
How can you know that just by looking at her palms?
We've established this already, honey.
Like I said before, the gold coating on that sword comes right off. All you have to do is touch it. In fact, if you look, you'll notice that a lot of the gold has already come off the handle. It's safe to assume that's because whoever used the sword got some of it on their hands. There's really no way she could have picked it up and come away completely clean.
Maybe she washed her hands after she escaped into the bathroom.
Sorry, but I don't think so.
Why do you say that? Is it because you think I'm ugly?
Toko.
No, that's not it at all.
There's no way Sayaka washed the gold coating off her hands because the water's off at night. Do we forget? Guys, brains. Brains. Do we have them?
The water cannot remove the blood.
No, they do not.
Clearly she's afraid of water. That's the answer.
Yeah, she has a hydrophobia. That's why.
I got it!
Come on, brain cell.
According to the Monokuma file, Sayaka's time of death was around 1:30 a.m.
No, Bada's the one who's correct, because Bada says she washed her hands after she died. Clearly, that's the right answer.
In other words, at nighttime. And the water in the bathroom shuts off at nighttime, right?
Oh, I didn't know that. Actually, I haven't taken a shower here yet.
We've been here for several days, honey.
Oh my.
Why?
Yeah.
You're no different. You smell like a big fat
Jesus! Taco!
Wow.
I'm not sure whether to take that as an insult or a compliment.
An insult, obviously.
An insult, obviously.
Oh my god. I don't want to share the same brain cells as Leon, please.
So anyway, if Sayaka never touched the sword, then that means the killer is the only one who used the sword.
I guess maybe he's
But
just
hold
talking
on.
deeper.
If that's right, then the one who damaged the sheath with the kitchen knife was
Sayaka. The one who damaged the sheath would have had to been the one without the sword.
I got it!
Sayaka.
Sayaka? She had the kitchen knife?
I think she was planning to kill.
Yeah, I think Makoto's still
Yeah.
a bit in denial.
But
Yeah, and I think that's the thing Kyoko was talking about. He has to accept that she was going to kill someone.
The person with the knife attacked first, and the sword was used as an impromptu defense.
Then the one who attacked first was...
Sayaka?
Now do you understand? She wasn't a blameless victim in this.
Well, also, hun, there's no such thing as a perfect victim, okay? She's still a victim. But she also... whatever.
No, far from it.
Yeah, she was still
It's
killed.
almost as if she'd been planning to commit a murder of her own.
Don't smile, you asshole.
Yep. Yep, I think this is the thing
Yeah,
Kyoko was trying to get us to
everything's
accept.
crashing down around him now. Poor Makoto.
What?
She took the knife from
Yeah.
the kitchen, then invited the culprit to the room she was staying in. And if it's true that she had the kitchen knife and attacked without provocation...
Indeed. These are all the actions of an assailant.
Which brings up another point. Makoto, Sayaka was the one who suggested you two switch rooms, correct?
Leon's face is still in shock. Like, oh my god!
Maybe the reason she wanted to switch rooms was so that she could pin the crime on you. That is a possibility, is it not?
Sayaka wanted to... on me?
That would also explain why she would switch the nameplates. She wanted to get whoever she had targeted to come to Makoto's room where she was staying. And by committing the murder there, instead of her room, that would implicate Makoto. But for that to work, the target had to be lured out while still keeping the room swap a secret. If the target knew she had switched rooms, they would have become suspicious right away.
Yeah, I don't think it's Celeste. Because she, why would she be, saying the plan
Spell it
out
all
loud like
out
this?
right
The way...
here now.
Yeah, the way she's been acting this trial, I don't think it's her.
So all that's why she switched the names?
But doesn't that plan seem a little risky? For one thing, even if her plan worked, Mr. Naegi would just tell everyone they'd switched rooms.
I don't know. I'm not sure our soft-hearted Makoto is capable of that kind of cutthroat behavior.
Wow, okay, rude.
I'm sure Sayaka realized the same thing, which is why out of all of us, she asked him to switch rooms.
But true, and I hate that I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah.
Plus, she was the ultimate pop sensation. A totally forgettable kid. Or a national superstar. Who are you more likely to believe?
Wait, then you're saying she had this all planned out?
Holy shit!
Oh my god!
Yeah, no, Mondo is such a huge red herring.
I'm just like,
in this.
what the hell? She did all that?
Like, she should have been in my game,
her plan
goddamn.
backfired.
He's like, damn, she was, I kind of misjudged her. She was kind of a badass.
She launched her attack with the knife, then found herself under attack in turn. That must be when her wrist got broken, and she was forced to drop the knife.
The tables were suddenly turned on her, and she died at the hands of the one she'd planned to murder.
Just hold on! That can't be true!
Oh, he's still in denial, poor thing.
Because...
Hey! You guys have totally derailed the argument!
I almost forgot you were here. I almost forgot you were here, asshole. And sat upon your throne above everyone else.
You're being super boring right now. Come on, hurry up and decide who did it.
Sir!
Wouldn't it be awful if I had to punish you all just because you ran out of time?
Oh yeah,
There's a time
we
limit?
gotta decide who we think did it.
Makoto, right now you just need to concentrate on figuring out the answer to this mystery. If we can't uncover who murdered Sayaka, it's over for all of us.
I'm going through a lot right now, Kyoko. Can you just give me a minute? It's like, no, we're gonna die.
Okay, well,
We all over?
What, Ryan?
it looks like I'm not gonna be here for the rest of the stream.
Oh, sorry about that.
Well, I mean, it's mostly voice acted, so he's fine.
Yeah. At the end of the trial, though, when everything is all over and we've determined who did it, it goes back to no voice acting. But at that point, we can take over for your characters, Ryan.
Yeah, we'll be fine.
Yeah, okay. Oh. Makoto, no. Honey, it's okay.
Obviously, I'm committed to finding out who killed her, but what can I do? I mean, as far as clues go, there's nothing left. Except for the writing she left. And again, Leon has been looking real suspicious this trial.
Oh, and that's the only one I have in my... That's the only board I got.
It's easy just to say, hey, decide who did it. But there just aren't any more clues, right?
Very well.
Whoops, I missed.
Then let's review all the clues we found up to this point.
Whoops.
Shoot!
God damn it.
It's easy just to say, hey, decide who did it. But there just aren't any more clues, right?
Whoops, I pushed... Oh, God damn it. I keep
Very
pushing
well.
X!
Then let's review all the clues we found up to this point one more time.
Triangle.
Do we really have time for all that?
Die! If we don't do something, we're all gonna die!
Okay, calm down! See, here we go again. Frost Turtle, the queen of pushing the wrong buttons. It's gonna be my death, the death of me.
It's easy just to say, hey, decide who did it. But there just aren't any more clues, right?
Triangle.
No, that's wrong.
I remembered.
there still might be one clue left. Sayaka's dying message.
Dining? Wait, what did you say?
Sir!
The dying message. She wrote something on the wall behind her, remember? 11037. Written in her own blood. There must be a clue about the killer hidden in there.
Well, before we get too far into that, I need to ask, can we really be sure that Sayaka is the one who wrote it?
Why would the killer write that?
That's true. Like, did she have enough time while she was dying to write it?
Oh, I can't pull up the truth bullets right now. It would be her finger.
I got it!
Sorry,
Her left index finger had blood on it. That could only be because she used that finger to write the message.
I see. She broke her right wrist during the fight, so she'd have to use her left hand to write.
Sure. I think we can all agree Sayaka wrote it. But still... What the heck do those numbers mean? 11037?
Hey, Chihiro. You're a computer nerd or whatever, right? You should know all about numbers and shit.
No, that's not... Yes, I'm a programmer, but I don't see any kind of meaning in these numbers.
Of course. It's because they're not numbers.
Did you just figure it out?
Yeah, it looks like...
Hello, Mortem.
What? What?
Oh, Mortem's here? Hello,
Thing was
sir.
up again, finally.
Okay, nice.
No, it's just... look at the numbers, assuming they're not numbers. Don't these first two, 1-1, look less like two numbers and more like one letter?
Ah, you're right. The connecting line is barely there, so I assumed it was 1-1, but... Looking at it now, you could also read it as an N.
Whoa, you might have finally just said something worth a shit.
Jesus, Mondo.
Wow.
Rude. Our little gray cells are really getting excited now.
Grace?
But even if that really isn't
That is a term used in gray matter.
N037 doesn't make any
The
more
brain.
sense than before.
It says Noel, don't you know? Oh, Makoto.
Come on, guys. You have brain cells. She wrote it from her perspective.
Listen, man, listen. I was spoiled on this part of the trial, so and if I wasn't spoiled by this part, I feel like I would have also been in Makoto's shoes because I am a visual person and it's hard for me to see something and think about changing perspectives. It's like, okay, look at the different perspectives. It's like, what perspective? It's right in front of me. So it's also, to be fair, I'll say this later, but never mind. Continue.
Damn it, it's no use. I just don't know.
Rotate the image 180 degrees.
Oh.
What, are you psychic now too?
Huh?
Huh?
Huh? Do what?
Rotate it? I think maybe I see something.
Oh my god. Now I see. She wrote down the killer's name.
Huh?
Is it really gonna
You
be
just
this
shot
easy
past the
after
clue
everything?
part and right on to who did it.
So, to be fair, this case isn't supposed to be that easy because English speakers were like, oh, there it is, that's who did it. But it was also in English in the Japanese version. So it would have been a lot harder for people to figure out what those letters meant. Because it wasn't written in kanji.
Yeah, like people,
it was written in English.
A lot of people in Japan didn't exactly learn English in that way.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's not supposed to be.
Kanjigiri.
This case isn't supposed to be Ace Attorney first case is easy, but it ended up being that way because we can speak English.
Yeah.
So, whose name did she write?
She wrote your name. What?
Sayaka's dying message reveals the killer's name. If you turn her message 180 degrees, it becomes crystal clear.
Also, I have OCD, so if I was Sayaka, I feel like I would have found... I wouldn't have done it like that, and I would have found a way to write it normally anyways. Because OCD go burr and makes things overly complicated.
I don't know if you would have had the time to try and write it normally.
I know, but I would have tried anyways. You!
Here's my answer. The key to solving this mystery was simply to rotate the writing 180 degrees. If you turn the message around, it becomes the letters L-E-O-N.
That spells Byakuya. What?
Clearly.
L-E-O-N, or more accurately, Leon.
What the hell are you talking about? It's just a coincidence.
I don't think
It's just a bunch of random squiggles that happen to look like my name.
Yeah.
That is the worst!
My name.
That is the worst excuse
You're
you could have
somehow
come up
making
with.
yourself look worse.
No, it's not random at all. She wrote that message on the wall behind her as she was leaning up against it. In that position, she couldn't move to write normally, and had to write upside down, as it were. And as a result, when you look at it standing in front of her, it ends up getting flipped.
And because of that, the 11037 has become a meme in the Danganronpa community, so...
Try it for yourself if
And
you
also,
want.
it showed up
Write
in
something
Splatoon
sitting like her,
at some point
and the
too.
letters will
It
be
did?
inverted.
Yeah, there was an entire, like, I was searching through things recently, and there was an entire, like, subreddit section, like, why is everyone putting this in their messages in Splatoon?
What?
You know, the drawing messages? There was an entire, there was a 5 to 6 month period where everyone's putting those numbers in their...
Oh my god.
In the messages.
It's because Splatoon fans are gay dorks. We're all dorks, and it's... I mean,
Yeah.
when the Splatoon 3 was released around the same time as the Queen of England's death, and people kept writing, the Queen would have loved Splatoon 3 in the art section and stuff like that. It's like, guys, come on!
That sounds like one hell of a stretch to me. I'm the killer? You can't just go and say shit like that.
I mean, you
If
guys
you're
were
not
just
the
saying
killer,
Makoto was
then
the
why
killer
did you try to
earlier.
destroy the evidence?
Huh?
You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto? The evidence Leon tried to get rid of?
Okay, once again, ma'am, you could just say it yourself too at this point. I feel like Makoto has gotten past the point where he has to accept the fact that Sayaka was gonna frame him.
Frame syndrome.
Whatever.
The evidence that Leon tried to get rid of. It's that thing I found on the ground in front of the incinerator, right? Does he wear collared shirts?
No, it doesn't look like it's a collared shirt. It's just like, it looks like a t-shirt under his leather jacket. So that's why I'm confused. Whatever, man. Apparently it's a button-up that he's wearing.
I got it! You mean the burnt shirt piece I found laying on the ground by the incinerator, right?
As the killer stabbed Sayaka, they must have gotten some of her blood on them.
And we all know
To
that
dispose of the shirt covered
Pepto-Bismol
in the
does not come
victim's
out of
blood,
clothes
they
easily.
threw it into the incinerator.
God damn it.
But one piece burned off and got left behind.
And the killer didn't notice. If they had, they most certainly would have panicked. Isn't that right, Leon?
See, that just looks like a regular T-shirt. Unless we're here to say that it's his jacket that he threw in the incinerator. But
I get what the thing is, because they have the same outfit regardless of how many days, basically. Monokuma probably just did the thing of their closets have multiple repeats of the same outfit.
and it is revealed in the third game that he does do that. He just gives them multiples of the same outfit. So it's like, so was it his jacket that he threw away? I'm just, oh my god.
I mean, those buttons on the piece look like the if you look on his hair, from our perspective, the left side of his jacket looked like the buttons on that piece of burnt shirt.
Okay, whatever.
The bit just above the text bar. Is that the right angle?
But is one scrap of fabric enough to conclude that Leon is guilty?
Yeah, I mean, Leon's not the only one wearing a white button-up.
He's not even wearing a white button-up!
Is he even wearing a button-up?
That's right. There are plenty of other people here with shirts like mine.
Oh
Yeah,
god.
Leon, you're not looking that great, bro.
Was this an artist mistake or something? Or was this a writing? Where's this I don't know.
With just that one little charred piece, there's no way you can say for sure.
Was it
who
a
belongs
translation
to.
error, possibly, where they're meant to be talking about the jacket? Who knows?
That alone isn't enough. But there are some other points that may reveal the truth.
That is true. Why did Sayaka write his name in all uppercase letters? This would have solved the case very easy if she just wrote only the capital L and then regular E, regular O, and regular lowercase n. Because you can't really mistake those for numbers.
Yeah.
Are you finally starting to understand? The answers to all the riddles are right here.
You could do it. If you know it, you could do it too.
Yeah.
Why are
I
you
think
pushing
so.
all of this onto Makoto?
The burnt remnants of the button-up shirt, which the killer wasn't able to get rid of. There's something about it that we need to pay attention to in order to figure out who's responsible.
Where it was disposed of, how it was disposed of, when it was disposed of. I don't think when matters. Where?
Yeah, I
we
think
already
how.
know where. I think how.
I got it! If you look closely at how the shirt was disposed of, we should be able to figure out who the killer is.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. I think I know what you're gonna say. You can't reach the incinerator without opening the gate in front of the trash room, right? And obviously, you wouldn't be able to hit the switch to turn it on either. You need the key to get in, and the one with the key was the person on cleaning duty. So the killer had to be whoever was in charge of taking care of the trash,
Leon.
right?
Leon, you idiot.
He's desperate and he's panicking.
Interesting.
It just hit you!
He's like, interesting, wait a second, that's me!
Yeah, it's like, huh?
No, that's wrong. There was another way to use the incinerator without being on cleaning duty. And that's exactly what proves that Leon is the real killer. Leon, bro, you... I wanted to believe in you, man. And I know it was in self-defense, but... Jeez.
The key to the trash room.
I only have one.
Whoever was on cleaning duty must have had it, right?
So the only one who could get to
triangle?
the incinerator was...
Yes, I know!
The person in charge of the trash?
And you'd have to get close to the incinerator in order to destroy the evidence.
That one.
Which means the only possible suspect is whoever had the trash
So
room.
if you want to go through all of them once before, it's fine.
So
I like going through all the words.
would have had the trash room key was...
Yeah, it's fine.
Huh?
My brain is just like, get this over. I don't want to see Pervert's face too much longer.
Okay.
There was absolutely a way to use the incinerator without using the trash room key. The killer was able to turn the incinerator on by using something on the ground nearby.
The key to the trash room.
Whoever was on clear...
So the only one who...
Whoever was on clear decision.
I like the fast
And
paced
you'd have to get
chipmunk
close to the
sounding.
incinerator in order to destroy the
They
evidence.
sound like the Alvin and the Chipmunks when you skip fast forward.
It's the person in the incinerator.
Hold on. I think I know how someone could dispose of the evidence without using the trash room key.
But if you can't get past the gate, you couldn't possibly turn on the incinerator, could you?
Yes, you could. If you used this.
What is it, some kind of glass ball? It's busted to hell.
Actually, it was supposed to be a crystal ball, but,
But how would you use it?
The killer had to use the glass ball in a certain way, which was...
divine with it. Use your psychic powers in order
the spirit to turn on.
use your telekinesis to send it towards the button.
I got it! The killer simply took aim at the incinerator switch and threw the ball through a gap in the gate.
The no felt pretty guilty to me. Also, I don't know. I understand that a baseball player can throw in that distance, but can you use but a baseball is different from a glass ball. Also, the gaps in the gate are very small, I felt like.
If we could actually tell how big the gaps were, I mean, obviously they should be big enough to throw that ball through it. And also, like, a glass ball of that size, because given what it looked like it was, it doesn't seem that different from a baseball. And also the fact that it's a hollow glass ball too means it's even lighter than if it was solid glass.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask Ryan, because he used to play baseball.
I used to play baseball too when I lived in America. I could have probably thrown something like that.
Baseball. He also was a pitcher. No, not a baseball. A glass ball through a gate at a button. Important question.
Is it though?
Yes. I'm pedantic about these little tiny little things.
All they had to do was hit that switch,
I just
and
bet
the
you have a
incinerator
small
would come to
suspension
life.
of disbelief.
Someone through a gap in the gate?
Remember what you said before, Hifumi?
Also, wait, where was the button? That would just end up getting the shirt on the floor, wouldn't it? Not in the I don't know. Whatever. Let's move on.
The shirt was put in after the gate was opened.
Oh right. I thought he tied the shirt to the glass ball and threw it. Oh, whatever. Okay, so Ryan's not here. Who wants to take Hifumi?
I can do it.
Okay.
Someone turned the incinerator on! Very strange. I'm quite certain it was off the last time I was down here. Perhaps it was the work of a fairy.
Hifumi had the key, so the only way the incinerator could have been turned on without his knowledge was because the killer was able to hit the switch without opening the gate. Once they'd gotten the incinerator going, all they had to do was ball up the shirt and toss it in.
Hey, come on! What the hell is this?
All you have to do is look at the scene to know that the killer never actually went inside the trash room.
That's
The shards
true,
of
too.
broken glass, the incinerator left running, the piece of shirt that escaped the fire. If the killer had been on cleaning duty, the evidence would have been taken care of much more thoroughly.
So wait, did he ball up the shirt into a ball shape and threw it into the incinerator?
That one feels more like a stretch to me than the glass ball.
Yeah,
I'm
because
sorry. I
a
don't think
shirt-
a shirt would have enough
Because
mass to keep going that far.
I could believe. Oh, Ryan just sent me. I'm driving. Okay, never mind. I could suspend my suspension of disbelief that you could use a glass ball in place of a baseball to throw it. But a shirt is much lighter than a baseball.
Yeah, I'm not sure I could do. He'd have to have put something in this shirt to be a weight to have it go in.
Yeah.
Wait, no, just hold on.
But the distance from the gate to the incinerator has to be at least 30 feet, right? The pinpoint accuracy you'd need to throw a glass ball that far and hit something that small. Could someone really do that?
That's right. There's no way. It'd be impossible.
Ultimate baseball player.
Difficult, absolutely. Impossible? I don't think so. Because the killer is...
It wouldn't have been much of a challenge at all for the killer because
Leon's the ultimate fanfic creator. He wrote fanfic about the shirt going into the incinerator.
that's how he did it.
I got it! Because the killer is the ultimate baseball star. Isn't that right, Leon? Do you have any idea how stupid you sound right now?
Do you have any idea how
Yes,
stupid
actually.
you sound right now?
I mean, I know I sound stupid, but it's also reality of this world.
The ultimate baseball star.
You can't be serious.
I know it was in self-defense, bro, but
I'm not the
sorry.
killer! These goddamn shipper brains have got it all wrong, I'm telling you!
You still won't admit it? Okay then. Makoto, go ahead and review the incident one more time to make his crime perfectly clear. And with that, we can end this.
Listen to me! What the hell do you mean, end this? Say what you want, Leon. But all the questions have been answered, and the truth has been revealed. Now here's what happened.
Oh, here we go. Closing argument. I actually like this part of the game because the closing arguments, because we'll see in a minute. Absolutely. Every case has one last element to bring the class trial to an end. This is the closing argument. In this phase, you'll give a complete summary of the case. You'll have to reproduce the flow of events from the case in the form of a comic book. However, you'll notice that in the comic there are a number of pieces missing. It's up to you to complete the comic using the provided truth panels. Also, you can take aim at the missing section and press the X button. Holy cow! You'll get a hint that might lead to a breakthrough. Well then, good luck and have fun.
Wow, we actually get a closing argument? This is already more of a trial than Ace Attorneys were.
Yeah, so I actually like the little comic book style of how the crime happened. And I also like how the blackened is in a silhouette until we actually put all this together.
Oh, this is cool.
So... Yeah, see? Look at here! He just balled up the shirt and threw it into the incinerator. I don't buy that. I can buy the whatever. Suspension of disbelief, it's anime, relax. It's not that deep, bro. Okay, so this one here. And here. Oh wait, no. That here. This here. Okay. Wait, are some of these not the right... Okay, hold on. The lint roller. Damn, he threw it with his whole leg up and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Ball.
Love how anime this is.
Yep. This is definitely...
Like, just so over the top.
Ryan got back to me. It'll definitely shatter on impact, but I guess it would depend on how the button was built. Also, I'm in line for In-N-Out right now. What about balling up a shirt and throwing it through a gate 30 feet into an
Just trying to hit a target very far away with a shirt. It's all you're really doing.
You're not gonna ask for In-N-Out?
I think he's getting me.
Oh, okay.
Did I make
He did say he was the one in charge of getting dinner, didn't he?
Okay, so here we go.
Here's exactly what happened. I think I'd better take one more look back at the case from the beginning. Last night, the killer went to the room Sayaka was in. In other words, my room. From what we can tell, Sayaka invited that person there intending to kill them.
Yeah, this is definitely drawn like a manga or something.
She attacked them with the knife she'd taken from the kitchen earlier. But then something happened that she wasn't prepared for. They grabbed the fake sword I put in my room and fought back. During the struggle, a strike from the sword broke Sayaka's right wrist. And that's when she lost her grip on the kitchen knife. Finding herself cornered, Sayaka panicked and ran into the bathroom. The killer went after her, but couldn't get the bathroom door open. What they didn't know was that my bathroom door got stuck easily, and there was a trick to opening it. Sayaka knew about that because I told her, but of course the killer had no way of knowing. So instead, the killer forced the door open, took the kitchen knife, and stabbed Sayaka. But with what strength she had remaining, Sayaka left a dying message. To keep the killer from noticing, she wrote it on the wall behind her. And with that, all her strength was gone. With Sayaka dead, the killer quickly began destroying the evidence. First, they took off their shirt, which was covered in their victim's blood. Then they took the lint roller in my room and cleaned up the entire area. They wanted to make sure they got rid of any trace they'd ever been there.
he does have bright red hair, so it's like, oh gosh, I should
Yeah.
get rid of
That would have been.
He's the only one with bright red hair, so it's like, it wasn't me, totally not me, I gotta get rid of this.
Afterwards, the killer headed to the trash room to destroy their bloody shirt.
I feel like the gaps, they are big enough for the ball to fit through, but I feel like it would take a couple of tries to get it through the gap because you could accidentally hit it on one of the bars.
I mean, you're not the ultimate baseball star, are you?
No! But can you throw that accurate? Whatever.
They tried to burn the
Remember,
shirt
these are
using the
disproportionately
incinerator there.
unrealistic standards. They are the ultimate of something.
But the trash room was blocked off by an especially sturdy gate, preventing access to the incinerator. So they came up with a plan to use Hero's crystal ball, which he'd left in the laundry room. The killer managed to throw the ball through the gap in the gate and hit the incinerator switch. For any normal person, that'd be an impossible throw, but the killer had the confidence to take a shot. And that's because the killer was the ultimate baseball star. The crystal ball, thrown with absolute precision, hit the switch on the incinerator, which then quickly roared to life. Having destroyed the final piece of evidence, they left the area with, I imagine, a sigh of relief. But there was one thing they missed.
That's unfortunate.
Part of the shirt they'd thrown into the fire burnt away and fell out of the incinerator. The killer didn't notice this, and so left behind a piece of indisputable evidence. Isn't that right, Leon?
Leon!
It would appear that Hero simply forgot his crystal ball in the laundry room. You went there to try and wash the blood out of your shirt, and that's where you saw it, right? Seeing the ball, you thought of a way to take care of everything.
So, Leon, do you object to anything that's been said?
Do I object? Hell yes, I object! Of course I do! I object! I object! I object!
Okay.
I mean, all of this is just a bunch of stupid theories! You need evidence! Where's the evidence? Without evidence, it's all bullshit! It's bullshit and I refuse to acknowledge it!
Literally probably have the piece of shirt.
We're not Phoenix
Why
Ray
would,
and
if it were
bluffing
Hifumi?
we're
Yeah,
not-
if it were Hifumi, why would he leave his shirt?
Why would he? Why
Although
would
I
he?
bet you that.
Why wouldn't he just use the key and get rid of the evidence the easy way? Why would he throw the ball to hit the button?
Yeah.
Well then, I guess this is as good a time as any to present the evidence that proves you did it. Makoto, I believe you're in possession of that evidence.
Why am I always the one who has to prove everything? If you know it, you can prove it too.
I have the evidence?
See, look, Makoto is no thoughts head empty, Kyoko. You should know this. Your first bullet time battle is about to begin. Oh god. Absolutely. Rhythm game, let's go. Sometimes during a class trial, your opponent simply won't want to hear what you have to say. When this happens, you will engage them in a head-to-head battle. We like to refer to this as the bullet time battle, aka the BTB, the BTW. This name changes every game if I remember correctly. The name of this mini game.
I wonder if that's a translation error or because they actually changed it every time in the Japanese too.
No, because the game changes slightly in each game as well.
Okay.
During the BTB, you want to destroy your opponent's statements in time with the rhythm. Okay, I just need to remember the buttons.
A rhythm game.
Oh god, I'm gonna be so mad.
I mean, I like rhythm games, but like, I know that's not exactly not too many people like rhythm games.
I'm good at keeping rhythm, but I'm bad at pushing buttons. So match your button press with each tempo marker as they move across the screen and reach the center. Tell me what button to push. Press the X button to lock on to an opponent's oh Jesus Christ. To an opponent's statement. Destroy the statement you've locked onto with the triangle button as the tempo marker reaches the set. I'm already confused! No! Lock onto the statement with the X button. Destroy the statement you've locked onto with the triangle button as the tempo marker reaches the center. Use this method to deal damage to your opponent. If you can't pull it off, you'll be the one in pain. I know. Do this consecutively and you'll start a combo. Keep this going and you'll initiate a tempo up. On the flip side, if you keep missing, you'll get into a tempo down situation. Oh no. When the tempo changes, so does the timing for hitting each button. This was the minigame I was the most scared of. Oh no. People to be... Oh, that sounds like fun. So watch out for that. Okay. Deal enough damage to your opponent and their weak spot statement will appear. At that point, you can press the triangle button to shoot it down with a truth bullet, like any other statement. Refute their statement fast enough and you'll come out victorious. But just like before, if your influence gauge reaches 0 or you run out of time, you fail. Well then, good luck and have fun. I'm scared!
I mean, you got like
when the killer removed
like
the
6
screws
minutes
from the
to do
doorknob,
this. I
they
look
didn't
at it,
use anything from your room to do it. Instead, they must have used something that belonged to them.
His own toolkit, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Just randomly push the X button? Okay.
I don't know.
I don't know if that. Okay.
I refuse to acknowledge you. You're stupid. Stupid, stupid, stupid. Stupid, 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 stupid.
Leon!
Leon, this is not helping your case, dude.
You got this.
I have to show indisputable evidence that Leon is the killer. I need to figure it out. Oh boy.
The heartbeat isn't helping.
Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance.
Oh, okay, I think I get it.
It wasn't me. Stupid. You lied. Stop talking. Shut up. Where's your proof? You kidding me?
I'm sorry, this is hilarious.
You lied. Shut up. Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance. It wasn't me. Stupid. You lied. Stop talking. Shut up. Where's your proof?
How much health does he have? God damn it! Oh, god damn it. Please tell me that it moves me. We'll give it another shot, yes.
I refuse to give up yet.
Come on, please tell me I could just redo this.
You want to save? That way you can, like, is there...
And I don't think there is quick saving, annoyingly.
I'm pushing the square button, it's not letting me. Okay, hold on. It's because I'm listening to the sound, and that's where I'm pushing the button, but I have a delay a sound delay. That's what's throwing me off.
Maybe you should just, like, turn your sound off for this?
Maybe I'll take off my headphones. Okay, let's see if this works.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, frogs can't hear us right now, but it's fine.
Instead,
I refuse to acknowledge
okay, Kat, she's got it.
You're stupid! Stupid, stupid,
Believe.
stupid! Stupid, 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 stupid!
Okay, we get it. Like, chill, bro.
Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance! It wasn't me! Stupid! You lied! Stop talking!
You lied.
Shut up! Where's your proof? You kidding
Yeah,
me?
this is much better.
Not a chance! Stupid! You lied! Shut up! Where's your proof?
I don't feel like she's doing it right still.
Not a chance! It wasn't me! Stupid! You lied! Stop talking! Shut up! Where's your proof?
Man.
I think you might need to read the tutorial again, because I think you're missing something. You're also supposed to be doing.
Okay, let me see. I think...
You're getting the timing right a lot of bit, and then it speeds up you having a little bit of trouble, because that's how it is. But there's something...
I refuse to give up yet.
I think they're allowing you infinite attempt. Because this
Please,
first...
thank you. Okay. Sometimes during a class trial, your opponent simply won't want to hear what you have to say. When this happens, you will engage them in a head-to-head battle. We like to refer to this as... During BTB, you destroy your opponent's statements with a rhythm. Am I pushing X instead of triangle when I'm supposed to be... It said to use X to... Match the button presses with each tempo marker as they move across the screen to reach the center. Press the X to lock onto an opponent's statement.
You need to be locking onto statements when you break them.
That's the... I've only been locking onto the statement, so... Should I just press the triangle button instead?
Destroy the statement when you lock on to it with the triangle button as the tempo. You need to be pressing X to lock on, then pressing triangle in the next beat to destroy.
So, triangle...
You're swapping between X and triangle.
Oh, okay, that's where I'm... Okay, so X, triangle, X,
You
triangle,
lock on,
X...
you break. You lock on, you break it. You lock on, you break it.
Okay. Okay, I think... Okay. Let's try this again. Shut up!
when the killer removed
Shut up,
instead,
Kyoko, I just want to
they...
get to the rhythm again.
I refuse to acknowledge
you.
you.
Shut up, you're stupid. Okay.
Where's your proof?
Okay.
You kidding me? Not a chance. It wasn't me. Stupid. You lie. Stop talking. Shut up. Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance. Stupid. You lie. Shut up. Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance. It wasn't me. Stupid!
Oh!
Where's your proof?
This should prove it.
I did it!
I had a feeling it was just a slight misunderstanding of the tutorial.
It was!
The bathroom doorknob were removed.
Okay, here is where I'm leaving you for a break because Ryan got back with In and Out. Okay.
I'm so glad I was
We
like,
finally
this
did it, let's
X
go.
seems too easy.
I'm back for good this time, but I'm gonna go eat. So
Yeah, you go eat. Don't worry,
that's fine.
Probably on break. Well, I'm just imagining how long it would have been if I hadn't realized. Wait a second, just pressing X seems too easy.
Yeah.
And given that it was the first one, it looks like they were giving Frost at least infinite attempts, but like, how long would it have taken?
My goodness.
Because, like, I will be honest, I wasn't exactly paying attention the first time going through the tutorial. Because I have something I've been doing on those sides anyways. I'm just glad that
I need it.
Did you notice anything during the tutorial? Like,
No, I need to eat, honestly. I'm like, not focused.
Well, if you go get something then I guess right now with break.
Yeah. Just make myself something real quick.
Hey.
Man, I was just thinking as I'm eating ribs I ate, like, it was really fucking ambitious for Sayaka to go after Leon as her kill. Like,
yeah,
you couldn't have picked someone a little, like, less physically fit and most likely to beat you in a fight. Like, I get you were banking on surprise, but like
I could understand why you didn't pick Uno, because like you were closer to them and that being very obvious in that aspect. But like,
yeah,
not
like Leon, really?
Leon, out of everyone you could have chose to have attacked, Leon.
Yeah, that's the part that like that I'm like, well then, all right.
Hey Ryan. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. And welcome back to another Dinner Dragger adventure. Do you want to be a big shot? Technically, I was quoting Game Grumps playing Shovel Knight, but whatever. Oh. Oh. Hello. Ah. Like, that's one of my mom's favorite bits from them, is them shouting Infinidagger. They're playing Shovel Knight. That's a good one. That's a good one. I think one of my favorite bits is technically I remember it because of Undertale, but it's not audio from when they were playing Undertale. I remember it because it was animated with them being Sans and Papyrus.
Alright, I'm back!
It's the one where he says, where he gets him with the, what is up, what's up, dog? Dog.
Alright, we're back.
And then he just goes, what is up, dog?
I have never gotten anyone with that in my entire life.
Well, aren't you proud of yourself?
Also, I'm downstairs, so I might be like a little glitchy.
Okay.
I'm coming right back. I'm just dealing with the dog.
Alright, that's fine. We're about
but
to...
I was just thinking,
Yeah?
like, out of all the targets that Sayaka could have chosen, she chose Leon? Like, one of the people who would most likely be able to beat her in a fight. Like,
well, she
you
probably...
chose Leon?
True. Like, what the hell?
She was probably thinking of, like, who would be the easiest to, like, to convince to come over, like, I don't know, to
I mean, I guess,
if
but,
she
like,
was she was in a flirtatious mood, like, who would be the easiest to, like, convince to, like, come over for a rendezvous, you know?
Yeah, I guess, yeah. But, man, you chose, like, a top athlete and tried to beat him in a physical fight, physical altercation, and kill him.
Well, her other options,
like, I know.
In terms of
like,
guys...
I mean...
pick Byakuya.
You could
like,
pick Byakuya, but remember, he's also 6 feet. He's really tall.
So Byakuya would probably be like, no, you're a peasant.
I mean, why not one of the girls? Like, I don't know.
Well, once again, I think the reason why she chose a guy was because she was trying to, like, to make it seem like a one-night stand kind of thing. That's why she's like, come over to my room, you know?
Yeah, I
She could have
guess.
chosen a girl, but I don't know if she... Yeah.
She could have just been like, hey, like, I'm really freaked out. I need someone to talk to. That would have been an easy way to get a girl to come over to a room.
Let's finish the trial and maybe they'll explain some more.
I wonder what kind of tool the killer used to remove them.
I mean, it had to be a screwdriver, right?
Sells people.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure the toolkits we got each had one inside.
And that must be what he used. There aren't any other tools anywhere.
But the toolkit in my room had clearly never been used.
That's because the culprit didn't know it was your room. They thought they were in Sayaka's room.
Only the boys got toolkits, so the killer naturally assumed there wouldn't be one in there.
Okay, then whose toolkit did the killer use?
Stupid, stupid, stupid!
His
Leon, please.
Leon, bro, you're
It
not.
had to be their very own toolkit.
Way to put your.
He
way to
knows.
nail your-
He knows
put the
he's
last nail in the
cooked
coffin,
and
I don't
he's panicking.
Oh, he's panicking for sure.
Stupid!
Yep.
I mean, I would be too,
Leon,
but I would at least
would you
try to
mind
conceal
showing us
it
your
in some
toolkit?
way.
If I'm right about this, then the screwdriver will show some evidence of being used.
Or the plastic wrap would be opened on his toolkit in general. So, and Mondo said none of the guys have used their toolkits. It's like, you want to prove that you've never used your toolkit, Leon?
Stupid!
Huh? And if you say you used
He was
it for
just in a
something else,
spiel of
you'll
shouting,
have to explain
"Stupid."
exactly when, where, and why.
And let me say this right now. I lost it isn't an excuse at this point.
Stupid!
He was not. I kind of feel bad because he was not
Oh, God.
expecting this to happen.
Oh God, Leon.
Honestly.
So, you have no rebuttal?
To be fair, though, he could have left when she locked herself in the bathroom. He could have just left. He didn't have to chase after her and kill her, but he did. So.
Gun on you, Chief.
Yeah, like I
But
do.
also,
I feel bad that you were
Sayaka,
put in this
in the
position,
next
bro,
morning,
but you did not
Sayaka-
have to kill her.
The next morning, Sayaka
Yeah,
could
that's kind of on
could.
you for like follow through and keep trying to go in and killing the person.
But
Like,
also
you
the
could've
next
just, like,
the next morning, Sayaka could go to Makoto and everyone else and say, Leon broke my wrist, he was trying to kill me, and spin it around on him, and then everyone would be suspicious of Leon, and he'd have a target on his back.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, but also Noah
that
would be
is
dead
fair.
still.
That is fair too. But like, and I get like I know it was probably a heat of the moment thing, but like he could have left that night. Like he didn't have to pursue her and kill her.
He was probably worried about what she would say happened.
I'm
and
sure he
about
was.
people
Even
not
in that
believe- and
situation,
people not
even in that
believing-
situation, like
Because she's the ultimate pop sensation. People are gonna believe her over him. It's like, no, she tried to kill me. And
he had the note though, and like there's
Well, no one-
there's stuff that he could have done to prove himself innocent.
True,
And
but
like the note, the testimony of what's her name, Hina seeing Hina and Sakura seeing Sayaka go into the kitchen for the knife. Like there was a lot he could have done to prove himself innocent, and he was the one who followed her
I
into the
guess
bathroom
he-
and killed her.
I
Like
guess
in that situation,
he was also
I would not have done that.
Yeah, if someone is attacking you, you're not going to be thinking straight. You're panicking.
No.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Yeah. No, and I
Yeah,
know,
but I
like,
also
I'm
don't
sure,
have
I'm
my
sure,
first
like, this
instinct
is
to go
this is
for
a hard
murdering
situation
someone
to
after they
imagine,
attack
but
me.
I like even with the desperation and everything going on, I don't think I could have killed someone in that situation. Like, I don't think I would have killed someone if they were attacking me. I would be so focused on getting away and trying to survive.
Jesus, Bada! Bada just said, just cut out her tongue, then she can't talk. Jesus Christ.
Then it would seem we are finished here.
Oh God, Leon's mushy face again. Results. I got an A! Probably because I messed up the rhythm game quite a few times. I didn't get an S, but whatever.
I feel like they were technically giving you free passes with a rhythm game, though, so it...
Oh, I have great! Yay! 74 Monokuma coins! Yay! Totally worth all the trauma! Yay!
Hey, at least we get to go gambling next chapter.
Let's go gambling!
Gambling!
We don't have to desperately search every corner of the school in order to find coins now for presents.
I mean, we don't
Looks
have
like
to
you've
go
reached your
searching. I
verdict.
have a list.
Then are we ready to cast our votes? You all have a lever in front of you. Use it to make your selection. Oh, just to remind you all, make triple sure you vote for someone. You wouldn't want to be punished for something so minor, right?
Oh God. I can't tell if she's smiling or not in this sprite. Because the core.
I want to say,
Yeah, I'm not sure it'd be if it's smiling either, and that's right.
I think it's just a.
Because the corners
Generic
of her
face
mouth are up, but the it's like.
But also the
it's
head
also kind of
tilted
blurry.
slightly down, so.
Whatever.
Okay, then let's get excited! Who will be chosen as the Blackened? Will you make the right choice? Or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Who is found guilty? Vote. Leon! Yay!
Hooray! We can go home now.
Uh-huh! Uh-oh!
Wink,
Looks
wink.
like you got it right!
Why are there gloom hands? I was in the middle of something!
Uh-oh! Looks like you got gloom hands! Better run away! Looks like you got it right on the money! The Blackened in this case, the one that killed Sayaka, was none other than Leon Kawada!
Huh?
Damn.
Poor Leon, man.
Hey, hold on.
Wait. I have it. Hold on.
Oh god.
I have it.
Oh.
Hold on a second.
Oh.
Leon, did you really?
Makoto. Whatever.
Makoto, we've.
He's still.
Fucking stupid ass.
Bro,
The poor
Bro.
boy lost his crush. He's still in denial, okay?
I can't. Okay, buddy. Okay. Killed Ayaka?
But...
I don't believe it.
You son of a bitch!
Jeez, Mondo.
Son of a bitch! What the hell is wrong with you?
I didn't have a choice.
Oh, well, that was voiced.
Yes, you did!
It was kill or be killed. Dude, you did have a choice.
Why?
I killed her first.
None of you are any
could have
different.
left. You could have left. Okay. One wrong step and you'd be the one standing here. It was complete chance that I wound up like this.
I was just unlucky. That's all.
Mondo's pissed.
You did not have to kill her. You could have left when she hid in the bathroom.
Come on!
You expect me to just accept my death? Everything's becoming clear.
Oh
I really
no,
don't
look
think
at
you have
poor
a choice.
Chihiro over there. Chihiro's so sad.
She's just terrified.
I
Decision you
do
made
not.
was right after all.
I do not blame her then, but I would be
Yeah.
mortified too in this situation.
I think about that. Honestly, I'd be better off if we'd been wrong. Because if what we really came up with is the truth, then the truth is Sayaka was trying to frame me.
Yeah, he's still in denial, poor thing.
But even if that's true, I can't say she was wrong. After all, the mastermind. All because of that video. Even I couldn't handle what I saw in there.
Yeah, she said that she loved her group so much and didn't want anything bad to happen to them, so when she saw that video, no wonder she freaked out so much.
If I was her, and the video actually had something to do with me, I can't even imagine.
Oh, flashback.
No. We're all trapped here, with no way out. They're probably waiting for me.
Why? Why?
I can't afford to be stuck in here.
One thing that was more important to her than anything else, her dreams, her friends. To have something like that happen to them. And Sayaka...
I did whatever it took to reach that dream. I meant it, even some things that weren't so pleasant.
Oh gosh.
And that's why Sayaka... For the friends that meant so much to her. That's why she betrayed me. Oh, and she said...
No matter what happens, please always be there for me. I need you on my side.
She was lying to me from the very beginning. She was using me. Is that why she talked to me in the first place? I guess I'll never know. Because there's nothing I can do to ask her what she was thinking.
Poor Makoto.
Once you're dead, that's... that...
Not according to the U.S. law court, you can use AI people now for testimony.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That is a lot.
Get out of here.
Yeah, and... Ace Attorney universe, you can channel them. Yeah.
Sorry to speak guns. Boy howdy! The entertainment industry must sure be terrifying, huh? I mean, to try and kill someone just because of those relationships. She seems so nice and lovely on the outside, but inside, she's descended into pure madness!
What did you say?
Phew!
I understand, really I do. Yup. You're in utter despair thanks to Sayaka's betrayal, right? Compassion, intimacy, love. The stronger those feelings, the stronger the despair when they collapse.
Stop screwing with us! This is all your fault!
He's right.
Sayaka being forced to do something like that. All of it. Everything! It's all your fault!
He's right.
Suddenly in a frenzy, I lunged at Monokuma.
Makoto, no! Remember what happened to
Makoto,
Juko?
you're gonna die. But...
That's enough.
Thank you. As angry as I was, Kyoko latched onto my arm without hesitation. Her grip was like iron, strong enough I was sure it would leave a bruise.
Calm down.
If you really want to make her enemies pay for what they've done, you need to let it go for now.
Damn it.
Ah, that was a close one! I thought for sure you were gonna give me a good walloping! Just barely avoided punishment, you did!
Yes, indeed.
Now then, since you so magnificently revealed the identity of the killer during the class trial, the blackened Leon Kawada will receive his punishment!
Oh, great.
Punishment?
Oh no.
You mean execution? Wait a second!
I didn't have a choice! I had to kill her!
Yeah, that's it.
I was just protecting myself in the heat of the moment. It was self-defense.
Is that okay?
Oh.
How exactly was it self-defense?
When
you forced your way into the bathroom, did you or did you not use your very own toolkit? After she'd shut herself in the bathroom, you went out of your way to head back to your own room. Then you came all the way back and broke into the bathroom and killed her. Am I wrong?
She's saying
Yeah, see,
what
this
you
was
were
exactly
saying.
my point. Yeah.
Do you understand?
You had any number of chances to stop what you were doing. But you chose not to. It is not because you had an unclouded intent, Is it not because you had an unclouded intent to commit murder?
So, that's why...
No, that's not... Stop it. I've had enough of this.
Oh.
Oh, are you sure? You were closer to her than anyone, were you not? He killed your precious Sayaka. Do you understand?
I don't think you need to remind him.
I can't say Leon is solely to blame. Of course I don't plan on blaming Sayaka either. Because the one to blame is him!
Huh?
Oh my god, you motherfucker. If it weren't for you, this never would have happened to Sayaka or Leon. We shouldn't be fighting each other. We should be fighting against the one who put us in this situation. The mastermind.
Unbelievable.
Uh-oh! Did you awaken to your sense of justice?
Hey,
Well, it just so happens that there's nothing more unethical than an unwavering sense of justice. After all, it's people with that sort of mentality that perpetuate war all over the world.
What are you talking about?
It's that kind of justice that's awakened within... Is that the kind of justice that's awakened within you?
That is the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, war
You know what,
is
Makoto?
not
You're right.
justice.
Shut
War is revenge and petty and stupid. Anyway, just shut up!
Yeah, I mean, I second that.
My god.
Okay,
Charlie.
well, anyway, more importantly...
Chills! Chills!
Kills! Let's hurry up and get to what everyone's been waiting for! The punishment!
I'm begging you! Please, don't do this!
Hey, come
No
on
more begging!
now.
No more excuses! You must pay the penalty for breaking the rules! Society demands it!
Stop! Please!
I
Now then,
feel really bad for
a
him,
very
honestly.
special punishment.
For Leon Kawada, the ultimate baseball star!
No, 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 no!
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time.
Oh boy, here we go.
No!
Have fun with this, you two who haven't seen this
boy.
before.
Oh, great.
Game over.
Awesome.
Leon has been found guilty. Time for the punishment.
Oh, boy.
Love it.
Oh, no. This is really, whoa.
Yeah, I'll say.
Oh, God. Where did that come from? Oh, shit.
Holy
It's a batting cage.
Oh my goodness.
And he hated practice so much.
Oh, this is brutal. Are those actual, like... Oh, that's brutal.
The 1,000 blow.
Holy shit!
Oh my god, what the...
That is painful! Oh my god, that's brutal. Holy fuck. God, I feel terrible
yeah, if I
for
were
him.
umpiring that game, I'd kick him out immediately. For this kind of abuse.
Oh.
You're out of there!
Yeah, that's... Holy shit. Are you shocked?
Sir, leave the stadium for forever, please. Thank you.
That's...
Whew.
Wow.
Jesus
That's
Christ.
horrible.
And Leon is
Honestly.
dead. Yeah, Monokuma
I feel like at this point, nobody would kill anyone else if they were like saying...
After you saw
like,
that. And Monokuma's
yeah,
a piece
no.
of crap. he themes his executions based on the person.
Yeah.
So Leon was the
what your
ultimate baseball
is
star,
themed around how
and
you're going to die.
he never went to practice. He hated practice, so he killed him in the batting cage with a bunch of baseballs.
That's fucking brutal.
Also,
Jesus
a little
Christ.
fun fact. Sayaka and Leon were the first two characters designed for this game, and the creator hated looking at them so much by the end that he decided to make them the first victim and killer of the game.
Wow.
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 I mean, fair enough.
So, yeah.
Fair. I mean, it sucks because I did like Sayaka, but man.
Yeah.
No,
That's-
she seems like such a sweet fucking person.
Just driven crazy by the shit that happened to her, man. Anyway.
Brutal.
What we saw. That was a true face of despair. I mean, we can't call it that. What else could we call it?
Extreme!
Woohoo! Extreme! Man, my adrenaline is pumping right out of control!
Wow.
What a dick. What a dick.
I think everybody else's adrenaline is through the roof right now, but for different reasons.
Yeah!
Yes.
And they were all forced... and they were all forced to watch it happen as well.
Yeah.
Change the channel!
He would say that.
What's going on?
I can't take it.
Oh, poor you. Do we really have to keep doing this? I just can't take it.
I don't think anyone
Well?
can.
Well, hey, if you don't like it, all you gotta do is swear to cut all ties with the outside world and accept living here forever. But
No deal,
that's
fuck you.
only if every single one of you can get on board with that.
Damn you!
Yeah, Mondo is not having it.
Man, fuck you! Why the fuck are you doing all this evil shit to us?
What the heck? Evil? You make it sound like I'm some dark, awful, secret society type of guy.
Because you are!
Literally
Or in
That's
this
literally
case...
what you are!
Or in this case, a dark, awful, secret society type of bear.
You're
not a bear.
So why are you putting us, an upstanding young citizen like me, through such a grueling ordeal?
Hey,
It seems you're trying to use common sense to make sense of something that doesn't make sense.
Oh my graciousness, the first thing you said that actually makes sense.
That's like trying to put a mile on a scale. I just don't think it's possible.
Well, with you, I beg to differ.
Hey, I don't think what you're saying and what I'm saying quite fit together.
Shit.
Piece of shit! I don't know who you are, but I'm gonna pound your ass into the ground.
You must really hate me to get so angry, huh? But if you do that, you're barking way up the wrong tree. What happened because more than one of you decided you wanted to get out, right? No matter how much time passes, you can't cut free of your regrets from the outside world. You're to blame. Of course we can't cut free from the outside world, being trapped in this insane place. You're trapped, are you?
Yes, stop being stupid.
I'm
Oh,
sure
wait,
once
yeah.
you learn all the mysteries of this school, your thinking will change for sure. You'll think, boy, isn't it so wonderful how we all get to live here forever?
What does this mean?
The sound keeps cutting out? Is that true?
I don't know.
Well, I mean, Discord has a noise gate, so sometimes we can't hear when you're like loud. So you might be picking your mic on your end, but I don't know.
Oh god.
Yeah, it'd probably be whenever you're doing Monokuma's voice specifically, because like how high pitched you go, your system, system.
I should probably back up from the mic when I do Monokuma. Bada, is the sound cutting out when I do Monokuma's voice, or is it cutting out at other times as well?
Let me go back to my computer to see what I'm hearing via stream. That will work, yeah.
Alright.
Because it seems like I'm hearing the audio smoothly. I'm not positive it's... I can go back to an earlier, slightly earlier and check. Yes, YouTube allows you to rewind, which is one advantage over Twitch.
That also might be your end, Bada.
Maybe.
It could be you lagging.
1 second for every 7 seconds.
Yeah, because your connection says you're fine.
Okay, so Bada, it might be you. Try refreshing.
Sure. Going back, the audio playing fine.
Yeah, like
so
try
refreshing. You might just
refreshing.
need to reload yourself.
Yeah, try refreshing.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Because I haven't seen the excellent change at all. It seems to stay that way. But anyway, Taka.
Taka's probably going through a lot right now. Mr. I listened to all the rules.
Mr. Zero brain cells during the trial.
Mr.
What are you trying to say?
Hey.
I feel like there's some deeper meaning hidden in there. Just like before.
Thrills, chills, kills!
Anyway, let's get to the Blacken's punishment. That's what everyone is waiting for, after all.
Is this being streamed, like live streamed?
When you say everyone, who exactly are you referring to?
No, I'm just referring. I'm just breaking the fourth wall. Hello, stream. Sorry.
No, get him out of here.
Sorry, I said everything I've got to say. I need to save some of the fun for later. And there he goes. Poor
Just
Hero.
like that, he was gone.
Look at Hero back there. Saying, oh my god, what the hell did I just watch, man?
I thought this was all a joke. Now I need my drugs more than ever.
Where's my weed, dude?
He left us there, overwhelmed by a nightmare turned into reality. Even after he was gone, we stood there forever, unable to move.
I don't blame you guys.
And then died of old age, and no one else killed each other.
Actually, no. It wasn't that long, I think. Everyone just got lost. Everyone just lost their sense of time. We were all too scared. Scared of being alone.
Oh, Taka!
Oh, poor dude. No one even tried to speak. Their faces were stone, their voices dead. But it was in that moment.
Just a second.
Makoto, can I talk to you for a second?
She moved in close and whispered into my ear.
Makoto.
Before we head back, there's something I want to talk to you about.
It's about Sayaka, isn't it?
What else would you want to tell him? What do you mean? Do you think he's that stupid?
I mean, wouldn't put it past him.
He was able to solve the case, unlike you, who were just like, Makoto, you figure it out.
I mean, you're saying he solved it when we solved it, but whatever.
We control him.
Our brain cells.
I'm surprised you figured it out.
Then she proposes marriage. Kyoko, buy me dinner first. Jeez, I don't know you like that.
Listen.
I told you before the class trial started. You had to figure out the mystery of this case yourself.
Because there was no other way he would have believed Sayaka would have. Yeah.
I understand that part.
You wanted me to realize how Sayaka betrayed me by myself, didn't you? The thought never even crossed my mind. I feel like such a fool, becoming such an easy target like that.
Oh, Makoto, honey.
It's true.
Sayaka meant to double-cross you. That's a fact you can never change. But even till the very end, she wasn't sure of her decision. That's why. As she lay dying, she was thinking of you.
How do you know this?
Yeah, that's not what sorry, I was... I kind of broke voice there a little bit, because I was like, what?
Ma'am!
She was thinking of me?
That sounds like speculation, ma'am.
You can't just say something like that. I mean, there's no way you could know that. Only Sayaka would know for sure, and we can't ask her now.
However...
Even if you can't ask her, you can infer it, don't you think?
What are you on about?
Ma'am, are you on the drugs that Hero's on or something?
Are you on government prescribed drugs or something? Like the kind they give to military people with crazy things?
Her final thought was how she could protect you.
Don't give him hope!
Oh, leaving the message? Yeah. Because if she hadn't done that, then it would have been really easy to pin it.
Yeah, but that could have also been for everyone else too. Not just...
Yeah. No, I know.
You...
But she didn't know that everybody else would die.
Okay.
She just thought that she would get out and
Makoto
everybody else would be
blamed
fine.
for my death.
Yeah. What?
So...
The fact that she used her last ounce of energy to leave her dying message proves it. If she didn't care what happened to you, she never would have left that message. Well,
maybe she just wanted to get back at the person who had killed her.
Yeah.
Certainly.
That's certainly a possibility. But I don't think that's what it was.
Anyway...
She was uncertain.
How do you know that? Did you ever talk to Sayaka?
I'm just psychic. I'm not joking.
Shut up! No, you're not.
She wasn't sure she could kill someone, or deceive you. Which is why her plan failed.
Or just the fact that Leon's an athlete and she.
I mean, even if she like Leon is an athlete, she did have the element of surprise. Like, I like the fact that Leon had enough time to go get the sword without being stabbed when she had a knife hidden, like that. That shows that she was hesitating.
Yeah.
Like I don't think he was expecting it to go in that situation at all. Like even if he is an athlete, if someone like just like in that close proximity just fucking stabs you, you don't have a lot of time to react.
No.
Yeah, you do. If they actually were close enough to stab properly, because like,
if she had actually gotten closer, then they probably would have been able to kill him easily.
Yeah.
Her hesitation attracted failure.
Right.
It's almost ironic when you think about it.
Why are you telling me all this?
Because you're the kind of person who can overcome this.
You've never talked to me before until this case. How do you know this about him?
I know everything about you because I'm psychic.
No, you're not! The psychic one already died!
Because you can move past the deaths of your friends, Sayaka and Leon, and keep moving forward.
AKA, I believe you're the person who doesn't care about anyone in the long run. Gray.
Yeah, he has emotions, unlike you apparently, who just sat there.
Without someone like that, the others would never be able to break free of such a desperate situation.
Past their death? Junko died too, let's not leave her out.
Everyone's forgetting about Junko.
Yeah.
I never forgot. Bro's a soldier. I will always salute her for the rest of my life. Trooper.
That's
like, bro, she had guts.
No, dancing is a sport, and being a pop star, she would have to go through grueling exercise with how they treat pop stars over there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, she was
sure.
definitely fit. I'm just saying that, like,
yeah, but
picking
Leon would probably be
target.
more fit, though, is the thing.
I honestly feel like Hifumi would have been easier. Well, I mean, I guess I don't know.
I mean,
like,
bro
you
is
have to
built
wait
like, okay, I can't say
to
that.
like.
Mind?
Well, Hifumi could easily overpower
I don't know how
her,
physically fit he is. Like he'd
physically
have
fit,
enough
but
weight
he's...
to like push her back, but
Yeah.
it just I don't know. I still don't know why she didn't pick a girl as her target. It would have been easier. Someone like Chihiro.
She was, like I said, I think she was using her charm to get Leon to come over because she thought she could like.
Yeah, and I guess it also like she didn't really know Leon well, so she probably felt less guilty about killing him.
Yeah.
Whereas like if you go after someone like Chihiro, I would like feel guilty for the rest of my life.
Yeah, exactly. Anyone would feel bad about going for Chihiro, so it's like.
Yeah.
And even someone like Hina, she's sweet. It would be hard to do that, and.
Yeah. I could never do that. No. I'm going to carry them with me for the rest of my life.
Oh, sweetheart.
How could I possibly move past something like that?
You can't expect him to move on already when after what we just saw.
Leon, Sayaka, I'll carry them with me forever.
Junko?
Junko in the afterlife. I think you're forgetting someone.
Like, hello, I'm here too. I'll carry their memories with me wherever I go.
Yeah, it seems like you're the one who wants to forget because you've already seemed to have moved on.
So, instead of forgetting them, you're choosing the hard road. Well, I have high expectations for you.
What's that supposed to mean? I swear, some of the translated stuff is so hard.
This is the first time we've had a conversation that isn't during an investigation, and you already what? And you're like, I have high expectations of you, ma'am. Whatever happened to hello? How are you?
As she said,
No, I
she
just decided you were
revealed the
going to be my
smallest
husband
smile.
from the beginning. That's just how this works.
Hey.
By the way, I have to admit, I'm curious. How did you know I wanted to talk to you about Sayaka?
What else would you have wanted to talk to me about? Oh, well... I'm psychic.
What?
Huh?
Oh
Kidding.
no!
I just have pretty good intuition.
Ow, my heart!
You okay, Froz?
Ow! Makoto! Ow! Ah! Feelings! Ah! It hurts!
And here we see the wild Froz crying in the chair.
Ah! Emotions! Chapter 1's around the end. Oh, there goes 12 left.
Oh.
I'm guessing that's where we're ending the stream for today, right?
And look at that! Monokuma gave us a baseball bat to remember this by. Thank
He gave
you.
us the baseball bat he was
Covered in
using
blood.
the balls at.
Thank you, Monokuma. Well, one is the loneliest number. Gee, thanks. God damn it. One is the loneliest
I mean, it is a song.
number that you'll ever use. Okay, I think this is a good time to end the stream. Next stream, we will start chapter 2. And we'll see what Monokuma has in store for us then, I suppose. Also,
Oh, God.
tune in this Wednesday.
And no one will totally die, right?
No one else is gonna die, right?
No one else is gonna die, right?
Also, tune.
Right?
So that will be
We're gonna
next
be
Monday
fine.
at 4 p.m. Pacific time. Hopefully, because we will be out of town, hopefully we'll get back home in time at around Monday to do the stream. I think we will. Also, tune in this Wednesday at 4 p.m. Pacific time for Breath for the Wild, where I am still exploring the castle and looting the castle. So tune in for that. All right, TTFN.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Yeah,
too.
like and subscribe too.